Hi, my name is Carla Shaw.
I can't believe you guys don't know who Carly Shaw is. One in chat if you know who Carly Shaw is. Carly Shaw is an icon. Hi everyone. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm ready to yap. Guys, I haven't yapped in almost a week. And I have so much to say. Hi everyone. Hold on, let me say hi. Sarah, congrats on first. Hello. Good morning, Mr. Mika and Fua and Honey and Sparrow and Mika. Did I say that already? I don't remember. And Isa and Canoe and Lindsay and Peachy and Crazy Returns. Thank you for the resub. Hi Taz. Mr. Mika with the 380 stream streak. Hi Elena. Hi Peachy. Hi Luke. Hello. Okay, so many things to talk about. First of all, Carly Shaw. Okay, no, we can't start with that. We first have to talk about the concert. I hope you guys had a lot of fun if you were there. I was really nervous about this one, as you guys know, because I felt like, like not that many people know Broadway stuff, and so I was scared that no one's gonna show up, and I was pleasantly surprised. Hi, Chowder. Don't worry, in case you missed it, you had things to do like birthdays or parties or whatever. The VOD is on YouTube. I made a command for it. I don't remember what I called it. I think it's just called it Broadway. There you go. There's the whole show right there. Um, it was so much fun. And my favorite part was watching everyone's reactions, obviously, because I've seen it a million times. Um, that's not true, Chowder. Low-key, I was surprised at how many people actually showed up. Cause like post partner push, we like fell off, and I'm like, I don't even know if people care anymore. And then, I you can ask Josh too. I told Josh, oh gosh, I was like, you know what, my goal for that stream is as long as everyone's having fun, and then like numbers wise, as long as we hit like 75, that's like partner numbers, regularly. As long as we hit that, I'll be happy. And we ended up getting like 90, so that was cool. Um, without any raids too, which I feel like never happens. I mean, every all the streamers probably like added their discords and whatnot, but like, hey, still. Hi Heavenly. I listened to it to fall asleep. I'm surprised you were able to fall. Did it work? I feel like it's so loud. Well, some of them are really loud. Um, yeah, I know not everyone's a theater kid. Um, I'm also happy to hear that you guys liked waving through a window because I worked really hard on that one. It was so funny. One of the funniest things besides the chat was everyone, I guess it's still part of the chat. So not everyone. I think I think actually Brett might be the only one. He submitted a lip sync music video, and so he was just, mouthing the words and like, he did all the editing himself. But it was so funny because everyone was like, okay, vocals. I was like, yeah, it's a lip sync, but yeah, okay, vocal. I think Brett was too, maybe he didn't want to like ruin the magic or something, but like, everyone's like, yeah, oh, vocal, oh my God, Brett, vocal. It was so funny. I was laughing so hard. Thank you for the stream streak, by the way. Okay, I'm glad as you guys are also laughing with me. My sister won the spotlight, so I got second best choir. Hey, you know what? Choir kids and theater kids are like right next to each other. Basically the same. I knew it. Chad, I'd be second guessing myself. It was hilarious. I love doing these little concerts. And I try to invite new people every time, but obviously not everyone always says yes. And so at least we got one new person this time. We got Waffle, who was also so freaking talented. Thank you for the lurk. I hope. Wait, are you guys together? I'm so confused. You know what? Maybe this is an off-stream conversation. It's like, for some reason in my mind, you guys are not next to each other. Oh, you are not next to each other. Oh my God, so sad. Do you get to visit? I feel like Beav is on vacation mode for a while, no? Anyways, another mention that thing that I really wanted to mention was I think the two funniest Twitch chatters during that stream was Tim and K-Dog. We all know K-Dog's funny, but it was literally like 3 a.m. and she was out here like posting a banger chat messages. It was so funny. And then also Tim, my favorite Tim message from the stream was, I don't remember which song, but one of the songs said something about the farm. And Tim was like, oh my God, farm mention. And that killed me. Because, normally people, oh my God, New York mention, Chicago mention. But he was like, farm mention. I don't know why that was so funny to me. I actually like laughed out loud, like sitting at my desk. More relevant. Hold on, I missed Chowder's message. More relevant than you think / many here love to hear some song in the answer. I guess that's true. I guess that's true. And we all love watching people embarrass themselves. But yeah. Sleep deprivation always makes for better chatting. Hey, don't. Hey, I am not responsible. Don't look at me. I am not the one to blame. But no, that was a blast. Earlier last week, I was on vacation, a mini vacation, if you were here during my IRL yapping mukbang stream. Basically, it wasn't that much of a mukbang. I just sat in my hotel room eating French fries. But that was a lot of fun. Basically, that trip was just me fighting mosquitoes because I was being attacked. I was unaware that middle of nowhere Canada would have a ton of mosquitoes. Who would have thought? And in case you missed all the lore, TLDR, I actually got bitten so many times, and then I tried to look for bug spray at the grocery store, at the convenience store, drugstore, anywhere. It was like basically all sold out. I found one. There was one left, and I bought it obviously because I was dying. Not actually, I'm being dramatic, but also I was not being dramatic because the mosquitoes were so bad. Like I got home here, and it was like nighttime, and I decided to go out for a walk, and then I was like, wow. It's so nice that I don't have to worry about getting bitten by mosquitoes. Like I was so peaceful out here. This is why people pay the big bucks to live here. 'Cause there's no mosquito. I mean, there is, but like there's not ones that will attack you. Um, yeah, I guess Mika knew, but she didn't tell me. But she also didn't know I was going on vacation. Um, your city is the exception, not the rule. Okay, but like, I mean, we've been West Coast, Best Coast. I feel like it's or like Yepany too. Yeah, exactly. She was saying earlier today how when she was filming at the forest for her music video for the concert, she also got bitten a lot by mosquitoes. And like I filmed in the forest, I did not get bitten. Granted, I was wearing long pants and but still, I filmed that in Washington and I didn't get bitten. Um, but yes, I'm ready for summer to be over. I've been ready. I've been ready since June. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, not to be a hater of summer. Everything it's just too hot, okay? And I'm not even one to complain. I feel like every time you guys talk about the weather in Discord, I feel kind of bad because the weather here is so much nicer than everywhere else. It feels like whether it's a heat wave or like a hurricane or tornado warning or like whatever. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm so sorry, but I'm having living my best life over here. All you do is complain, and all you do is show up and talk shit. Hi, K Dog. um, but yeah, I'm very glad that the whole mosquito fiasco is over. Actually, I did find another bug spray at the airport while I was on my way back. And it was so funny because you already know, like airport convenience stores, they like upcharge everything. They had like Advil and some other like random medication, and then they had bug spray right next to it, and everything was like expensive. It was like $10 for like one little bottle, and then the bug spray, because it was sold out everywhere, they like upped the price. It was like $30 for a tiny little can of bug spray. I was like, wow, thank God I already have it because I'm not, that should be illegal. Also, hi TJ. Did I say hi to Canoe? I don't remember. Hi Canoe. um, oh my God, Canoe, you're an angel today. Thank you for the Street K Dog. I was talking about you earlier. I don't know if you were here. Uh, I came back from my little trip, and my sister the next day is visiting. So my sister's here for like a week and a half, which is also why there's only two streams this week because I want to spend more time with her. She's only here, I haven't seen her in like forever. Um, I wasn't. What did you say? I was saying nice things. Of course, you're only here to listen to the shit. No. I don't remember what I said. I said you were one of the funniest chatters during the concert. You made me laugh. Um, anyways, update. I'm happy to report that none of my mosquito bites are itchy anymore, and my shoulder is basically healed. So I feel like a normal human being, which I feel like hasn't happened in a long time. Like I was oh my God, I was going through it. But I feel normal now, which is cool. Although that also means that I have to get back into my quote unquote fitness arc, which I'm not looking forward to. But baby steps, baby steps. I walked so much during my trip. I walked like 15,000 steps every single day on my trip. I felt like I felt accomplished. um, does anyone have any slay of the days? I know it's the start of the week, um, but my slay of the day is that I was productive today, and also I clean. Well, okay, that's part of productivity, I guess. I edited some Patreon videos. Spoiler alert: the next well, after this week, the next two Patreon videos are like almost an hour long because it's just like the vlog from the trip. And I thought about splitting it, but then I was like, we'll just keep it like one day is one vlog, and it's like 50 minutes long. So I spent like I edited 2 hours worth of content today. And then also, I cleaned my apartment a little bit. I did my dishes. I did the laundry. I took out the trash. Productive day. A little pat on the back for myself. Um, I made it through the day. Hey, you know what, TJ? That is a sleigh in it of itself. That is a sleigh. That's hard sometimes. I took my cat to the park. There's a piece of hair in my mouth. How did this happen? I don't know. Wait, I saw a picture on Kane's Discord. It's so cute. Guys, ugh. I went to a cat cafe during my trip, and now I just want a cat. The problem is the cats at the cat cafe, most of them, um, were really calm and like they didn't mind when people pet them. You know, I feel like that's a good quality to have if you you know. But now it just makes me think like, oh, like I want a cat. I'm not getting one. That's too no. I'm not getting one. But they're so cute. I just wanna hang out with a cat for a little bit, and then So everyone that has a cat, please move here so that I could come hang out and play with the cat for a few hours and then leave, and then you have to do all the responsibilities, and then I can just like not. ID. See, the problem with a pet sitter, right? So with being a pet sitter is that yes, you can play with the cat, but you're still responsible for the cat. If something happens, I don't want to be responsible. That's too much work. I don't want to do that. Today felt rough and it's only Monday. I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? You are durian grape, as Asia B always says. You're durian grape, and it's almost the end of the day anyways. Tomorrow is a new day. Um we're gonna do some Reddit stories today, but before I do that, Sparrow sent me this website a few days ago, maybe like a week ago now, and it looks really fun and I want to try it, except I don't know how it works. Basically, it's this game. It's kind of like the Wordle in well, it's definitely not anything like the Wordle, but I just mean like I'm pretty sure it refreshes every day. Um but basically, it's like a guessing game. It's almost like a murder mystery vibes. The website looks like, but it's basically we get to expose everyone in my chat. And basically, I'm pretty sure random messages pop up, and we have to guess who typed it in chat. And I'm so excited. I wonder what they choose. Like, what if it's just like hi? You know, that could be anybody. I don't know how it works, but look here, I can show you. Look at this website. Isn't that so cool? Also, I'm pretty sure like people can play with me as well. Like it doesn't have to be your own chat. You don't have to like sign in or anything. I tried playing this and got my own message wrong. Wait. Okay, I'm really excited now. You said Sparrow recommended to do the long read first because there's no timer. Um, This is the file to work on stream. Oh, perfect. You guys get to help me. Hi, Banana Bear. I have submissions. No, well, so this one is like automated, so you can't submit, but we'll see what. I mean, that's also why we have the whole unhinged screenshots Discord channel, because then we can expose people. Mm. Okay, should we try this? Do I just... Okay, I'm just gonna click it. See what happens. What if, like, there are people that are banned? 3 files... Oh. Quiet channels take longer. Wait, y'all be yapping. Is this gonna take forever? Wait a second. Is this, Okay, I'm just gonna wait. The concept of banning the streamer from its stream. Who do we think this is? Oh my god, it's multiple choice. I feel like this is Gabe. 100%. Why can't I make this? Okay, I guess we'll just have to scroll. Yeah, this is Gabe. Oh, I guess the emo gave it away. This is kind of cheating. Hi, Everin. Marrying rich is so valid. Oh my god, there's two Peachies. Or there's Quay. Who do you think said this? Wait, this is kind of hard. Why is Debbie not an option here? You know, that's a great question. She's definitely said this before. Also, hi, Ellie. If you think it's PG. Oh! Okay, well... only one of these people... Yeah, Bunny, if this is you... Oh my god, this is so funny. This is... Okay, I feel like we kind of... we're cheating a little bit. Are they in this chat? Girl, what? I have no idea. I don't... Maybe Gia? Oh, well. Incredible vocals. Oh my god. Which one of these people would compliment me? I'm assuming they're talking about me. Wait a second. Is this like when they said it? Because isn't this like during the... This was during the concert. Because UTC. I don't think Ian was there. Maybe MK? Period. No, this was from... See, now this is from November 2025. OMG, can I send you monies again? Well, the answer is always yes, you guys. But who's I'm assuming I'm okay. My guess is this is Beeb because maybe I was talking about like Disney pins and going home, and then she's like, "Ooh, can I send you money again?" Because she sent me money last time to buy her pins. Yes, okay. That's not making... Wait, why? What is this? Crying face. XD. I don't think Sarah is confused here. I feel like Sarah's part of the chaos. So it's maybe one of the people that are not too familiar with our community. What is this? Period. I'm cooking. XD, they're old. Mika! One in chat if you use XD in your texting. At D, I wasn't looking and really tough. I really thought that sentence was going a different direction. D is talking to herself. I think this is Canoe. I feel like I remember you typing this. I don't remember the situation, but I kind of remember this one. Yeah. Oh, he said the quiet part out loud. TJ, is this you? I think this is Josh. You think it's Kane? Proper punctuation? Wait, does Canoe use proper punctuation? I don't notice this. Oh, well, she just put I missed it, period. So Oh yeah, you guys can do 1, 2, or 3. Who do you think it is? I think it's Josh. You guys are saying Kane, but I feel like it's Josh. Yes. Okay. I've never seen that one big. OMG, I've never seen that one big. October? What were you guys talking about? I guess what were we talking about? Koala? Okay. Well. 7 out of 10. Does that mean, hey, you know what? C's get degrees. Okay, wait, that was fun. What is most wanted? 1 suspect, no 3 names to choose between. You get one of their messages and you type the name yourself. Retry this. K-Dog's like rethinking everything. K-Dog's never gonna chat ever again. Oops. Open the most wanted case. Okay. Yeah, you expose yourself. I was gone in October. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember what I did in October. What did I do in October of last year? What were we even playing? I don't know. Oh, you're right. Baptism canceled. Who do we think this is? I list. Baptism canceled. Who do we think said this? Oh, I see. So we guess, and if we get it wrong, we get a different statement from the same person. Make a wish. 11/11. This pew. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe January. Ooh. Was this during my nun phase? Debbie? Do we have to get like the exact oh. Accuse. It's not. We like it. Okay, they followed later than Debbie. They have sub less, talks less. Okay, well, I feel like everyone. But I didn't consent. You just unlocked a story in my brain, but I cannot talk about it on stream. Yes, all of these statements are from the same person. This one is not very helpful. DM us. No. Is it me? Do we think it's Liz? Nope. Followed later, sub less top. Yeah, it gets heavy. This is not cow. I feel like when cow types, it's more aggressive. It's like all caps lock, you know? Who followed? I guess, when did Liz follow? Liz, do exclamation point follow age right now. This is all in January. Wait, it's the same stream? One year. Rewriting the Hosier song? What did I do on January 18th? Is it cheating if I look at my YouTube VOD channel to see what stream that was? I talk more than Liz. Oh yeah, that's true. Rewriting the January. This was. Oh wait, this is not that long ago. I guess. That is cheating. Ugh, fine. Okay, well, if it was January 6th, this one wouldn't. if it's like someone I don't even know who it is. Like, what if it's like a rant, like someone that talked like one time? Who's hanging out in January? Hmm. Maybe we should do like a throwaway guess. Sparrow? Sparrow talks more than Liz. Here, well, not hello. I can't spell. I would not be talking about baptism. That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, K Dog. Like, what if we don't even know who this is? Here, what's who? One in chat if you followed me this year. Maybe we can like narrow down the people. I don't even know. Okay, wait, yeah, Luke. Followed earlier than Luke. Has subbed about as long. Talks about as much. Watching from my bathroom in support. What was this stream? Hey, I don't want to know if you're watching me from your bathroom. Oh, was this during the bathroom, the tub carry singing in the tub? Okay, I feel like we have to give context. Guys, I didn't actually, it wasn't like a hot tub stream, okay? There was no water involved. You remember this exact, was it during the bathtub stream? I mean, you could check my YouTube VOD channel, but I'm not allowed to look it up because that's cheating. Is it? No, I don't think so. Baptism canceled. Watching from my bathroom. Sarah? I feel like Sarah talks more than Liz. Should we just try Evan just to see? Followed later, talks less. How do I see the song list? Oh my god, this was the tub stream. It's, oh my god, who could this be? I have no idea. This is so Jover. You know who? Wait. I remember around this time that we did the tub streams is when Zen raided for the first time. And then a bunch of people from her community were like, what the hell are you doing? Like May. What if this is Issa? My slay of the day is that I brushed my cat. Who has a cat? Who has a cat? This one is hard. No, it's not a euphemism. Sparrow, you said to get them our minds out the gutter, but you're saying that? Does MK have a cat? Because remember, she like kind of found me through these streams. Okay, dog. It was egg. This is so hard. We need to do a different one. I need to redeem myself. I knew it because I looked up the VOD. Was it the, I think it, It was the bathtub stream, no? K-Dog? Okay, well, the ones that are on the clock stresses me out. Because I feel like I have to be fast. At least it's multiple choice, so maybe, okay, we have to be on top of things. Try long read. Oh wait, do we get different ones every time? No clock, no strikes. Oh, I see. This is just like, okay. Here, we'll try this one again. Oh, I can't play it again? One case per channel per day. Man, fine. We'll do daily. I'm scared. This is so fun. How did you even find this? Liz, thank you for the resub. I appreciate you. Sorry. Why are you sorry? Oh, another stream. Oh my god, this is timed. I woke up at 7. What is this emote? Worked. LOL. This is recent. Yes. This was during Choicer Voicer. Help, olive emote. Who has olive emote? Yowie? Y'all rang? I heard someone wanted a raid. Brooke? Dang it. Very silly. I gotta feed cats and get ready for bed, but I will lurk. Who thinks I'm silly? Tangerine. Brian, are you seeing this for the first time right now? Girl. Nicole. Dang it. Oh, okay, I like you more now because of that comment. Damn, who didn't like me? Oh my god, timer! Dang it. So you hate happiness and whimsy? Probably Seth. He likes to talk shit. I knew it. Jules emote. Yes, okay. Girl, what the hell? It's not Micken. Micken was yes. Wait, 6 out of 10. You know what? It's fine. Cold case. You work until it beats you. Name them right and another message lands. 5 wrong and the file shuts for good. The decoys. There's decoys. You don't wake up that early. That exactly. Oh, hi, Micken. Oh, fancy seeing you here. Ooh, awkward. How are you? Okay, this one also has a clock. I'm scared. Okay. So basically, wait, is this multiple choice or no? I guess we'll find out. Oh, it is. I don't go to mainstream festivals. I remember this conversation, but I don't know who said it. Shelves? Yes. Okay. For support stuff, it's always easier. Is this about Twitch? Oh. I know, I've been working a lot, but life is goodly. Hopefully my PC will be fixed soon. Eleni, her PC was messed up. Yes, the Muffin Man. Girl. Winter? Oh. I love the Twitch panel. It's just Twitch chat, but I curate who's allowed to answer. What? Okay. Wait, I'm built for this game. I remember this. This was during Choicer Voicer. Yay, a good sleep pattern. Do we think Emma would be happy for me? Yes. I'm so good at this. Fun fact, Disney lived here for part of his life. So there's a high school. Here? Sparrow? Oh. Slay out today, I opened a $500 card. Ducky. I got something from him too. No! Brian said pay me faster, I'm running out of content. I was doing so good. No slay up the day is giving my friend a bunch of Beyblades and an arena. Period. Oh wait, I can only get 5 wrong. I got, we pray in the name of Jesus. What? Sarah? I'm having spaghetti for dinner. I'm so excited. I love living. Oh my god. Elena. Yes. Whose birthday? Wow, I'm a genius. K-Dog, you are British. In case she forgot. Ash? Okay. Please don't poke them. They hurt. Simplexes. Don't forget to wash. Mama M? No! I got 14. Fuck you. So are you? Asia B. Well, how do I... Okay, well, last one. This one's just for fun. No clock. What is this? We're guessing who said the chat message. I wish they could filter based on, like, if it's people that only talk one time, I'm like, well, how are we supposed to know? ID. Welcome. Oh, who likes to welcome the Raiders? This is during Christmas because you see the emote. I'm wearing a red shirt. Josh, yeah. Yeah, it rained when I went. How was I? I hate being a VTuber. Oh, drama. My bad, my bad. Chowder, who talked to you? Who talked to you? Who talked to you? Who has wronged you? Out of these 3 people? I don't remember when Ivy... Oh, period. And he's getting bank from it. I'm dead. Who's dead? Graveyard dead. Yeah, Delaware couldn't... Jeremiah. I want to learn more languages one day. Asia B, because she thinks she only knows like 2, when she knows 1,000,000. Banning anyone that gifts subs today. Me. Okay, here you go. I'm guessing Megan? Okay. I'm sure that Brian's bedcam inspired this on some level. I feel like it's Liz or Kane. I don't know. You guys think Kane? But Liz does type in all lowercase letters. But there's no typo. Yeah, I don't know if Liz uses this heart. Maybe she does. Okay, my gut was saying Liz. But it could be Kane. No! Who is this? Um, um, no, you, Asia. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I should have known. Are you naked again, Brian? Okay, well, the emote gave it away. The answer is no. I want Uber Eats so bad, Gabe. I'm good, just sleepy. It's 1 a.m. but vibing. These people don't sleep late. I don't like her, but even I don't think she deserves that. Sarah, she's too nice. I don't know who we're talking about, but... Just call me Trash Goblin. Dang it. Girl, I don't even know who that is. This guy must make a killing on Cameo. Is this about Jesus? Oh. Toad's pond is hopping. Girl, this is just a rain message. This is period. Oh, I forgot this was never ending. Here, we'll do 5 more. Protecting the space with the wall there. Aaron? OMG, yeah. I thought that's a yay. OMG, y'all, I need to eat Thanksgiving leftover apple crisp. This person said this in December. Cammy? Wow. I don't know how you knew that. Let's sing together. Corson. At Cajun, I've grown up around chefs, so I definitely feel your pain. Which one of these people grew up around chefs? Someone gets exposed. Dang it. You can put Sarah. Do we think Sarah said this about herself? Also, I just realized this is your old username. Thanks for being a cultured person. Hashtag dumpy for life. I don't think it's Everin. It might be Louise. Gonna rate and run. Drank too much water tonight, but I'll try to come back soon. My slay of the day is I got my kitchen cleaned up and dishes done before my lingering flu bug took me down. Yay for less stress. Mouse. Period. OMG, did you see Ariana last night though? I don't think I've ever heard Rio say the words OMG. Okay. Girl, what? Oh, Emma uses this emote. I'm on Kiki. It's so hot in here. This could be any of you 3. Also, why are people clapping in the back? Is it because I'm on a roll because of the fire? Well, the text, the chat said OMG, not oh my god. I would not use a capital. That's true. Debbie Menton in the VOD. Wow, it's just everyone rating me. You didn't need to kill Bob, though. Oh, this is about VeggieTales. Who has sympathy for Bob? Oh. I'm not good, D. Don't worry. Who's not good? What? When was this? I was drawn in by Phineas and Ferb Island. Remember playing Animal Crossing? I have some bad news for you. Third is not that bad. I'm so good at this game. I'm a lurker, but this is absolutely cracking me up. Period. I even know my lurkers. I love you. Oh! Drama. I love this. Girl. Okay. 2 more. A victorious is hilarious. I think we all sing. Dang it. D's hot for the tail. Perfect last one. Period. Wow, I'm so bad at this game. Oh well. That's fun. If you guys want to try it yourself, you can literally, anyone can play it. You just click on that link and you can just type any like Twitch channel you want. You could type your own, you could type someone else's. Oh, I don't know. My finger's itchy, but I don't know if this is because of a mosquito bite. I thought I was done with mosquito bites. Hey, Sarah. Sparrow. I want to see drama. Well, you can make your own website, maybe. By the way, I guess we didn't really talk too much about the concert, but my favorite part, well, one of my favorite things was most of you not understanding Beeb's video. Hi, Piplo. I'm so surprised that not many people knew the you could stop at 5 or 6 stores thing. Like, one in chat if you knew the reference, because I swear, like, majority people, or maybe it was just the loud, like, so it's because this is Carly Shaw. Remember we were talking about Carly Shaw. Not knowing made it funnier. I guess that's true. But basically, I can't even explain this. This is just some random video from like forever ago. And if you remember Beat's video, after you watch this, you will be like, oh, I understand. I didn't understand what it had to do with Broadway. Well, Broadway is just all theater kids. And don't you think this is very like theater kid, like acting? I wonder where Carla is now, right?
Hi, my name is Carla Shaw. You can stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one. I don't need friends. They disappoint me.
Hi, I'm Todd LaRue. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. I feel like a deer in the headlights of love.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Yeah, it is like
You
an
could stop at
audition
5
thing.
or
That's
6
that's the
stores,
Broadway
just
connection.
One. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. Can I ask you kind of a weird question?
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. I am the queen of the universe. The waves part, and they engulf me, and the water is warm.
The water is warm.
Or just one. I can see the Statue of Liberty from here.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores for just one. I can't stand it when she touches me.
People say that time heals all wounds.
So there's that, and then obviously the Beebs made their own version. I'm gonna be honest, like I knew of the video, but I didn't know it like that well. But like I didn't even like I didn't know how accurate it was until I rewatched this video. And then after watching it, they like copied it to a T. Like it was so perfect. Literally everything was the exact same. Except for their names, I guess. But like they even did all the
You could stop at
awkward.
5 or 6 stores or just one. I don't need friends. They disappoint me.
Also, they told me that they went to like I don't even know where, but they went to buy like wigs and stuff, and I was like, you don't have to do that. Just use like a shirt or something as a wig, but they went all out.
Of love. Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Oh, also, Beeb sent me a bunch of behind the scenes videos, and maybe I'll post it in the League channel or something. It was so funny.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one.
So good. Can I ask
Let me
you?
ask you a question.
It literally is the exact same. Also, they did this so last minute.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one.
I can't.
I'm the queen of the universe.
Oh my gosh.
These parts, they engulf me
And
in
the water's warm. The old man.
Just one. I can see the Statue of Liberty from here.
And then the back.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores.
So good.
One. I can't stand it when
They
she touches
definitely. They just cut out all the
People
laughs. There's
say-
no way.
that time heals all wounds.
Oh, there was one like behind the scenes clip. B was like being really serious and talking, and then Jelly, their cat, was meowing, and they had to redo it. It was so funny. But yeah, the dedication that everyone put into their submission. Oh my god. And obviously we saw cows. He literally built like a whole I don't even know, a whole set piece with cardboard. I'm like, I would never put this much effort into any project of mine. Like I could never. Like, what do you mean? Everyone got sick just for this concert. I know, right? So dedicated. Oh, I was saying earlier, I don't know if everyone was here. I was talking earlier about Brett's. He was doing a lip sync. I remember everyone was one of the people that was like, oh my god, okay, vocal. And you were. It's so funny. So funny. I was laughing so hard. No, but everyone killed it. I'm very thankful for everyone. It was a success. I was so embarrassed when I realized. Wait, when did you realize? Oh my god, no, it was so funny. It was so funny. My sister is visiting, as I said earlier, and she came with 2 giant suitcases, and at first I was like, girl, what are you doing? You're only here for a week. But she said that my mom packed me a bunch of stuff that I left from like home, and I guess she wanted me to keep it, and so that they could have less space and more space, I guess, in their storage. And one of the things that I got was this giant minion binder thing, I guess a folder with a bunch of files in it, and I was like, what the hell is this? Half the things I'm like, oh, a lot of the stuff is from my Disney days, and including Beav is not here to appreciate this, Does anyone know what this is? It's called Disney Traditions, Disney University. So when you get hired by Disney, before you even do any like on the job training, anything, you first have to attend this class called Disney Traditions, Disney University, where they teach you it's low-key is like a lot of propaganda, but like they show you a bunch of like really wholesome videos of kids being really happy about going to Disney and stuff. And then also they teach you like how to be a cast member, basically, like what you should do, what you should not do. I am not showing this on stream because I don't know if it's allowed, but I will be filming a Patreon video about it. I even have like the rides that I worked at. I even have like the maps of the ride itself and like where all the emergency exits are and like look at this. I like all the controls. Like me learning where everything is and stuff. Do I remember any of it? No. But I think it would be really interesting as a Patreon video. So I'm keeping that for that. Another thing I got was this giant thing of pins that, again, I feel like Beeb would appreciate, but she's not here. So in college, oh my god, you can already see. We picked which puppy. Which one? Show us a picture. No, you, Asia B. In college, I was not very smart with my money. And I did a lot of pin trading, which is fine. But I also collected a lot of pins. I honestly, I don't know how people like, I could sell a lot of these and I feel like I could make a lot of money, but I had a pin for every ride at Disneyland. Literally every ride. I had, oh god, I think at some point I decided to like slow down and only like pick the random themes and stuff. Like this is like just park stuff. Like I know for a fact this rainbow one is like a limited edition one. There's like a Star Wars. There is Finding Nemo the musical. This is not even in Disneyland. This is in Disney World. Yeah, some of these are rare-ish. This one's from Hong Kong. I can't wait to go to England and meet Jude. Wait, you picked Jude? K-Dog has a new puppy. You gotta save that? Yeah, but what am I gonna do with it? It's just gonna be in my closet. Oh, see, and then I started collecting Frozen, so I have like a whole thing of just Frozen. Also, hi Dougie, hi Tim. Some of these are like cast member exclusives or whatever. And then there's some that is not even like official Disney. It's like fake ones I got from eBay. Or not eBay. I think this was a small business. But I got the musical pin. What else do I have? This is heavy. Oh, and then apparently I started collecting Pixar stuff. And so I have a bunch of like Toy Story. Put this in your living room. Girl, no one visits me. Also, this is like kind of embarrassing that I have this many. Like, each one is like at least like $15. Oh my god, Ayana. You would love my collection. I would. It's not embarrassing. I guess the most embarrassing is like how much I spent. Ta-da. This is just random characters. Oh my god, and there's like some special Duffy ones. And I only got 2 of the mine cars. Some of these are definitely fake ones. But oh, and then 2 more Duffy ones, and that's it. I think this binder is worth at least 500. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. And there's really no way to like display it. I thought about getting like a small little cork board to put on my shelf, to maybe pick some of my favorites and like do like a cute little thing. But I have been looking for a cork board at all my thrift stores and I just cannot find one. Duffy is really big in the Asian parks, especially in Japan, but actually, well, especially in Hong Kong. Hong Kong and Shanghai, they have, like, the Duffy characters are more famous than Mickey and Minnie. At one point, you know, if you know Disneyland, you know how when you walk in, the first thing you see is the train station, and below it is, like, a bunch of flowers, and usually it's, like, shaped different colors to make, like, the Mickey head or whatever. Like, they had Duffy as the flowers. That's how big they were. I'm trying to ignore your collection. I'm so sorry. I'm making. Don't get FOMO. I promise. But yeah, maybe I could display my faves. Sell it and come to Cali. Who's buying? Where am I supposed to sell this? Did you check Dollar Tree? Oh, that's a great idea. I did not. Actually, I did find the circular ones, but I want one that's like square or at least like a shape that I can. It's not gonna like roll around, you know. Anyways, there's that. Oh God, I have so much stuff. And then, for some reason, my mom also sent me a bunch of books that I had. And this collection is just like from my childhood too. Like from my childhood home, like I guess they're trying to clear their storage or whatever. And I got I see this and I was like, what the hell is this? Camo book. Well, I don't remember this at all. I open it, it's the freaking Bible. My mom sent me a Bible. What am I gonna do with this? I don't know if this is like on purpose or if I just put a bookmark here. I call on the Lord in my distress and he answers me. Period. So now I have this freaking, I don't know what to do with this. And I also got a bunch of other stuff. But we'll do a giant unboxing on Patreon. Give it away! Exclamation point! Enter. Who wants a camo Bible? Oh, I just understood K-Dog's joke. She said I can't see it. I was like, what can she not see? There's no ad running right now. I just got it. Oh my God, Mika, that's the kind I want. Mika just sent me a picture of a cork board that she has. I want to like paint it also so it's like pretty. Speaking of my shelf, I did get some new DVDs recently. I don't want to get it from the shelf because I'm not wearing any socks. But I recently got Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie. Which I don't even remember it. Maybe, have I seen it before? I don't know. I also found Hannah Montana, the movie, but it was really scratched up and so I didn't buy it. That is cinema. It wasn't good. Well, I have it now. And then the other one that I got is Aquila and the Bee. Is that the name of that movie? I don't know if you guys watched it. I watched it at school and I loved it, but I don't remember much from it. Kiki Palmer's and Angela Bassett, and I watched it yesterday with my sister. She fell asleep because of jet lag, but it was so good. That movie is peak. Tears in my eyes every time. Wait, Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie? I genuinely don't remember it, but I have to. Is that the one where, her brother is like dating somebody, and then she turned out to be like the devil or something, and then like she faked being an angel. Is that the one, or is that something else? Because I vaguely remember that storyline. Like she faked having like white wings, and then actually she had like black wings or something. I don't remember. That was just a spicy episode. Oh. Oh. Wow, I have such selective memory. Okay, well, I guess I don't know what it is. I guess we'll have to find out. I wish I could I wish we could do a Discord movie nights with my DVDs. I don't know how to do that. I guess I could get like a DVD that's like a USB, but I don't know how that works. I'm new here. I don't know technology. But my DVD collection is growing. Oh, also, this Animal Crossing plushie, this Tom Nook, is also from my mom. Apparently I had it in my storage from forever ago, but I don't even remember having it, so I just put it on my shelf. I will say the shelf, I don't think I'm gonna put that much more stuff on it, because this is not a diss towards Mr. Mika, okay? However, it's like wobbling, it's like wiggling a little bit. I mean, it's not even that heavy. Like the stuff on there, it's not heavy at all. But like, I don't know how to fix it. I'm just like gonna leave it and not touch it. And surely it's not gonna like randomly, you know. No, it's literally not heavy, you guys. Like none of the stuff, even like each individual thing is not heavy. The heaviest thing out of everything on here, like you might think the lamp is heavy, it's really not. The heaviest thing is like the bookend that I got. But that's not even that bad. It's literally just a piece of metal. Where's baby K-Dog? That's a great question. I don't know. Somewhere. Somewhere in my apartment. It's because, oh God, should I tell this story on stream? I guess I will. I did not lose the baby, okay? I have it's not even considered a part-time job. It's just another source of income, I guess, for me. I have been doing Zoom calls, and so they see like my background. And I just don't want to explain baby K-Dog. Speaking of those Zoom calls though, hi gamer. Recently, you guys remember that banana fidget toy that Elena got me like a few weeks ago? The banana that I used to sing Juno? Well, this happened like a few days ago. I was in the middle of a Zoom call. Yes, the Smosh banana. And instead of fidgeting with my earphones, I decided to fidget with my banana toy. That sounds, it's basic. It's like a squishy banana fidget toy, okay? But I made sure to like not show it on camera and keep it out of frame, because that's so awkward. Like I'm actively speaking and talking, and I'm like holding the banana. All of a sudden, as I was talking, the banana explodes, and all the stuff inside just everywhere, on my blanket, on my PC tower, on all over my table. And I had to keep talking and pretend like nothing was happening, because I was actively talking. Hi, memes. The whole thing exploded, but I was like talking on the Zoom, and I had to keep going. I had to act like everything's fine. So I'm like looking around, I find my box of tissues, and I just start like trying as much as possible to keep it out of the frame. Try to like clean everything. I put my blanket, I just put it on the floor. I'm like, I'll wash that later. I start cleaning. I can't reach my tower, so I just let the freaking liquid like dry on my PC tower. But like I was cleaning the table and like while I was talking at the Zoom call, mind you. And then 2 tissues in, I run out of tissues. Everything just went wrong. I'm like, I run out of tissues, and like there was no. And then I just gave up. I just continued my Zoom call. It was an hour long, and it happened like maybe 15 minutes into the Zoom call. So for the next 45 minutes, I was just pretending like everything's normal. I end the Zoom call. It's a mess. Like the inside of the banana, I can't even describe. It's not like completely liquidy. It's how can I'm trying to find like a thing to compare it to. It's like if it's like the texture of wet sand, but like if you leave it out for a while, it dries. It almost feels like, you know, like in construction, like the white goo that you squeeze into like the corners and stuff. It kind of it kind of felt like that. It was nasty. It was a lot. I cleaned as best as I could. I put my blankie in the washer. And there's just like random little crumbs, the tiniest crumbs of white things in this room. Cog? Is that... Everyone just made me say cog. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it was a disaster. The funniest part, it wasn't even I could like mute. It was a one-on-one Zoom call, you know? And I was actively talking. So I put on my best acting skills. I don't know if the other person noticed and just pretended not to. It was so embarrassing. Hi, Cinderella. Number of times I have censored myself. We're all adults here, Erin. I also wonder, but I'm not gonna ask. That's not professional of me. So since we didn't actually have a drill, just the anchor to drop the weight limits to like 5 kg. Do we think this is more than 5 kg? The fart in my booty. You... How did you get this username? Oh my god, that's hilarious. But yeah, I'm so sad that I don't have a fidget toy anymore. And it has really limited my productivity low-key. Because also, every time I don't have... See, the thing, I have like other fidget toys that people have got me, but they all make noise and then my microphone picks it up. And the banana was the only one that I could like mess with that didn't make any noise. And so now I have nothing to like do with my hands. And I end up doing this. And then I end up breaking the freaking earphones. And I have to get new ones like every other month. So now, hi Booty. Do you go by Booty Fart? No, your username is iconic. I be question... Mika? I'm not even gonna bring up... You know what? We're moving on. Yes, you can, Isa, but also save your money. Someday I'll find something that I can... I've literally tried. I've had all sorts of fidget toys. There's like the cube one. There's like, it almost looks like a dice and you can like press buttons and stuff, but that makes noise. I've tried like the little string thing that you can use to make different shapes and stuff, but that also makes noise. I just need something, you know? Lately, I've just been using my pen. See, yeah, I think I need squishy one. The problem is, I'm scared of it exploding again. I don't know. Maybe I need, maybe I just need to get it together. I'm just using random things around my desk. Finger spinning? But that one makes noise, like the fidget spinners. I've never actually owned one. Nor do I know how to spin it. Do you just like, I don't know. That one I definitely makes noise though. Whatever. I'll send a pic. Oh. My fire alarm went off today. And fortunately, my sister was not home. She was out with some friends. But like, because I don't want her to freak out. You guys want to guess what I did when the fire alarm went off? Answer is nothing. I was eating lunch. And I was fully just, I was annoyed because I'm like, I'm watching a YouTube video. Now I can't, now it's so loud I can't concentrate. Sticker strips with texture. What? I'm just typing into Google, sticker strips with texture. That kind of reminds me of like those bubble ones. Honestly, I should get myself... Wait, I think I have one. Do I know where it is? No. Sent in photos. Oh, Sparrow sent me one too. That looks... It's like a spiky roller fidget. But that... See, what if I accidentally step on one? My dumbass would do that. Whoa. Mika sent. Okay, but I have thick fingers. How much are those? I'm not paying more than $10 for random plastic rings. I had to evacuate once because there was a... Wait, in your house, Tim? That's so scary. Who is adding me in the... Okay, whatever. Just buy slime. Guys, this is also... I'm so embarrassed. I have bought slime before. As an adult. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those TikToks. It's like, they look so aesthetically pleasing. It's like $20 for like a tiny thing, but I've bought like 3 at separate times. And then I play with them for like a week, and then I get bored, or it's not as sticky anymore. And I know you can like add random stuff to it to help it like, but it just gets kind of nasty. And then it picks up like random fluff or in like hair, and it's like, ugh, it's gross. But I feel like, you know, they sell that for kids, but I'm like a full grown adult. I spent like $60 on slime. And now I don't even know where it is anymore. I've been losing a lot of random stuff lately. Like my my popsicle, like frozen popsicle mold thing that I got to make ice cream. I lost one of the sticks, and so now there's like 3 popsicles. I lost one of them, and I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in my house. I don't know where it is. With the polished shell on the outside, so I can... Polish shell on the outside. Wait, what is that? A lot of times, they take pictures of the product, and it's the slime, but then they have like a little mountain and with like decor and stuff. But like when they mail it to you, it's just it has a lid on it, so it's not as aesthetically pleasing. Nail polish. Oh. But that's just like a one-time thing, no? We aren't judging you for having fidget toys. I guess slime is considered a fidget toy. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I don't have that anymore. I'm obsessed with Play-Doh slime. Play-Doh has their own official slime. Remember when I bought a giant Play-Doh set? The temptation is strong. We can resist the urge together. Although, if you do decide to buy one, don't tell me, because then I'm gonna want one. Slime making stream when? Fun fact, we've done that before. Forever ago. Remember that, I used to have a bit alert of me making slime. Me going like, heh heh heh. That used to be our 69 bits alert. Like, heh heh heh. That was the slime. I literally had like a slime making kit that I got from God knows where. We made different. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's a quote, like one of the earlier quotes. I don't know if it's on Mix It Up, but there was there was a clip of me like tasting, cause okay, let me defend myself. The kit said that it was scented slime, but I couldn't smell it. And so I was like, I wonder, because there was a green apple, I still remember. There's a green apple flavor, and I wanted to so I licked this. I don't remember I don't think I tasted anything. What a freaking scam. I made it with my students. Yeah, but it's also just like I said, like it's fun for like a few days, and then I just never touch it again, and I feel like I'm just wasting money, you know? I have not seen edible slime. Starburst, powdered sugar, and cornstarch. I need to stop thinking about that because I'm hungry. And we're gonna be here a while today. Yeah, I have to defend myself before I tell these stories. Okay, it's been an hour and a half, and we have not gone to a single Reddit story. Should we read some? Last time we did Reddit stories, we ended up at a cliffhanger. And I feel like we have to go back to it. But we have to start from the beginning in case you were not here last time. Are you guys ready for the tea? If you don't know what Reddit stories are, basically there's a bunch of different forums on Reddit where people post their wild stories. One of which, there's this what is this even called? Like a community? One of these communities is called r/Am I the Asshole? Where basically something wild happens to someone's life and they go to Reddit and they tell the story, and they're asking people for opinions. They're saying like, am I going insane, or like, am I valid in my actions, yada yada yada. Subreddit, yes, that's what those are called. And the last time we stumbled upon this story where this guy went to a family gathering, and he had a bunch of nieces and nephews, and they were being really obnoxious, and they were pushing people into the pool and laughing and filming and recording and hee-hee-ha-haing. Well, they tried to push him in the pool, and he dodged it just like last minute, and then the kids fell into the pool, and then the kids' parents, aka the person's like sisters, got really mad at him and started like talking shit, and like all of these things happen. And then we found out that there's like a million updates to the story, and we were maybe like 1/3 of the way there. And so I thought today we could start with that one. Except we'll start from the beginning so that in case people want the full story, you know? Okay, are you ready? Are you guys all... snuggling for the this is like I feel like it's like elementary school teacher reading a story to their students. Also, all of your Broadway badges are so cute. Read me to sleep. Good luck. Watch Kayla get so invested in the story that she can't fall asleep. Who has their blankies? Me. Okay, here we go. Oh, also, here. In case people come in, they're like, what the heck are you saying? I'm gonna start from the beginning. The OP, the original poster, is... Okay, well, he didn't say. Okay, here we go. This is the first one. My folks decided to host a barbecue because I guess that's what older people do. I declined because I don't really like my two sisters, their husbands, or their kids. Wife and I are child-free. Mom then pressured the wife. Long story short, we went. By the time we arrived, there were about 20 people there. My sisters and their husbands were already solidly buzzed, drunk really. My mom was spending 100% of her time trying to keep the nieces and nephews ages 7 to 11 more or less under control. Wife and I made small talk with miscellaneous people, ate food, had some frozen margaritas. Sisters and brothers-in-law took turns criticizing us for being late, not being in our swimsuits, and screwing up the vibe. Whatever. After 45 minutes in, two of the kids ran at one of the neighbor guests who was standing next to the pool and pushed her in. She was at the pool steps, stumbled in but didn't fall, so only got half wet. She was very clearly unhappy about it, but she didn't make a scene, just went over to where the parents were, grabbed their towels, dried herself off, and left. Sisters and brother-in-law thought it was all great fun. A bit later, I was standing a few feet away from the pool chatting away with someone. I saw 3 of the kids running full tilt at me from the corner of my eye. Obviously, I was next. Not that it's terribly difficult to outwit young kids, but I just jumped out of their way at the last second. All 3 of them ran straight into the pool at full speed. Most of the other guests, including my wife and I, started laughing, but their moms, who, as I mentioned, were pretty shit-faced, absolutely freaked out. Apparently, 2 of the kids couldn't swim even though they were in swimsuits. Since I wasn't in swim gear, I stepped back from the pool and let other people fish the kids out. The kids were bawling their heads off like they'd lost a limb. At that point, all hell broke loose. The 4 drunk parents were yelling at everyone in general, and me in particular, for nearly letting their kids drown, and also because 2 of the kids had been videoing the trick using their parents' iPhones, which were now at the bottom of the pool. One of my brother-in-laws got into the pool to try to retrieve the phones, but his BMI made that impossible. No one else volunteered to help, unsurprising given that my sisters were still bitching at everyone. I told my sister it was their job to watch their kids and that if anything had happened to them, it would have been their responsibility and not mine. There were some pretty strong words on both sides. Wife and I left after the other brother-in-law fell over and face planted while yelling at us. Now they're saying that I should have let the little shits knock me into the pool and have their fun and ruin my phone. So, am I the asshole? So there was a pretty, it was a consensus. We all agreed that he was not the asshole for getting out of the way. Like, why? No, that's no. And also, yes, the parents should be the one watching their kids, right? So that was the original. And then the update. The first update. Is this the first update? I think so. Yes, okay. So my folks tell me that my nieces and nephews are all good swimmers and that they use the pool all the time. So the parents were lying. The 7-year-old is still a beginner, but he loves the water. My sister just said they couldn't swim, so I'd look bad. To be fair, none of the kids are allowed in the deep end, which is where they fell in. It was the two 10-year-olds and the 9-year-old who tried to push me into the pool. After we left, the party ended on a pretty sour note. My drunk brother-in-law who face-planted while yelling at me had to go to an urgent care place and get his face stitched up. He was too toasted to drive, so Dad took him. Dad was very not happy about this. Later that evening, my sisters started a group text and said some really nasty crap. Their husbands threw in a few comments as well. No, this is a real story because they have a lot of typos and stuff, so it's not like AI generated. Wife and I blocked the 4 of them. My mom called me. She was pretty upset about what they said. She and Dad were in the chat, and I don't blame her. Because of the text, my folks insisted my sisters and brother-in-law come over the next day without their kids to get some things straight and lay down some ground rules. The result was an unenthusiastic apology from the siblings via my mom's phone. I'm glad my wife was there when they called. Her hard stares kept me from saying what I wanted to. I just told them thanks and that we felt no need to discuss it further. But it's all made up? I don't think so, because this is a really popular one. And there's like a million updates. Since I thought things were settled, I unblocked them. That evening, I got a text from one of the brother-in-laws telling me the phones cost X amount of money and asked when I'd be paying them. Hi, Vanessa. What the fuck? I replied, never. Took a screenshot of his text and forwarded it to my folks with a note that we were done with this nonsense, we're going no contact with the sisters and the spouses, and to not invite us to any more holidays or get-togethers if they'll be present. Then I blocked the sisters and their spouses again. At that point, the shit really hit the fan. Dad called them and ripped them a new one. Among other things, he told them the grandkids were not welcome at his place indefinitely. Since my mom regularly provides free babysitting, that got them pretty rattled. He also banned them from using the vacation house and told them my wife and I actually own it, not him and Mom. This completely freaked them out. Both of my sisters' families used the place a lot, including having their friends up for weekend getaways. This was very much out of character for my folks. They clearly had it. And for reference, I never wanted my sisters to know we owned the place. We bought it for my folks. They'd always wanted a place in the mountains. Keeping the ownership quiet was just a way to avoid drama with my siblings. A couple of days later, my sister and their husbands came to our place unannounced to apologize in person. We were out for dinner, so they left a note. One sister also called me at work too. I sent her to voicemail. We've decided being no contact is the best thing for the indefinite future and haven't interacted with them for the last 3+ weeks. Okay, so no contact. Surely there's no more updates. Just kidding. A week after that update, there was a new update. Judge Judy. Here we go. This person said, how's she calling if they're all blocked? Probably from, I don't know, from a different phone. Okay, well, it's been an interesting last few days. I thought the shit had hit the fan before, but it was more of a fart compared to what's happened this week. For this to make sense, I need to provide some financial context. My folks haven't ever been any good at saving money. I've been doing their taxes for years, so I know pretty much everything about them money-wise. Their house is paid for and they have minimal debt, but they didn't save much for retirement. Both of them get Social Security, Dad gets a solid pension, and they have a bit of savings, but there's no treasure chest in the basement. I bought the current car for them after they retired as a retirement present so they could have something nice to drive. It was the first car in probably 20 years that they didn't lease. My sisters are convinced the folks are dripping with money and that our parents will be leaving the two of them everything since I don't need any money. So they've never cared about saving either. Turns out, my oldest sister and her husband, they have 3 kids, have been living beyond their means for some time and are in financial straits. They've maxed out their credit cards and are behind on their car leases to the point that one is about to get repossessed. He'd bragged in the past about making X per year, but it turns out to be half that. She confessed all of this to Mom on Tuesday because they need a loan and because that for the last 3 years, instead of staying at the vacation house regularly, she's actually been renting it out once a month or so and pocketing the cash. We're talking $2,000 plus for a weekend and at least $4,000 for a week. With her being cut off from using the place, she's had to cancel one group already. She's now worried that they'll lose everything. My folks aren't in any position to give them a loan. My other sister was aware of her renting out the place, but of course hadn't ever said anything. I suspect she's done the same thing as well because I went up there to drop off an ATV one time. And there was a family there who claimed to be staying there with my sister and that they'd gone to town for something. At the time, I let it go. I figured she'd loan out the house to some friends, but I've always wondered. Hi, Cow. I found all of this out through my folks, who are pretty stressed out about it. Mom more than Dad. He's mainly just pissed off about it all. I know Dad feels betrayed, and I imagine he's embarrassed that he's in no position to help his daughter out. He did reiterate that as long as it's up to him, the girls won't be using the vacation home anytime soon. My folks let me know what's going on because they figured my sisters would put a full court press on me next. And they were right. On Thursday, my sisters came to our place again, without their husbands this time, and waited outside the door until I got home. Cow got automated, but I'm not gonna allow it. So the sisters came to their place and waited until he got home. I had to choose between fighting with them in public, them making a scene if I went in without them, or letting them in, so I let them in. I got a bullshit story from the older sister with the younger one backing her up regarding why I needed to let them use the mountain place again immediately. They also said I've been a shitty brother and that I needed to step up and plan on paying for their kids' college tuitions since that's what family does. I let them pitch their story, then called them out based on what my folks had told me. Things went to shit from there. There was denial, crying, cursing, yelling, you name it. I swear my ears are still ringing 2 days later. Won't lie, I said some really mean and shitty things to them, but nothing that wasn't true. They finally left after about an hour. After that, I took a shower and laid down. When I got up, my wife was home, and her first words were that she'd had to block more phone numbers because my sisters were blowing up our phones from new ones. Folks messaged me yesterday asking me to call. I'm sure my sisters have told them some bullshit version of what happened, but I'm not up to rehashing it yet. So, drama. Update. Next update. Oh, wait. Another update. Here we go. Update number 3. Just take them to court for harassment. They already don't have any money, and I feel like the person that's writing is like too nice, maybe. Okay, so after my sisters came to my place, and my mom and dad told me they were done with managing the vacation home. It sounded like the sisters had been pressuring them to let them use the place again. Basically, my folks handed the responsibility for the place over to me and told me it was my problem from here on out. Okay, this is new. Up until then, they'd kept track of who would be using it when, and they'd take care of the routine maintenance, replacing worn-out items, etc. In any case, they decided they didn't want to be in the middle of all this crap. Well, I don't blame them. I'm disappointed because the damn place was supposed to be something for them to enjoy and hang out in, and they use it regularly. Plus, I've never cared that they let my sisters and their family use it, because really I've always thought this was my parents' call, even though I technically own it. But now my folks are going to be in the position of not having access without me being involved, and that changes the whole dynamic of the place. I've taken several steps to secure the place. I already mentioned that I locked the gate. It has a heavy-duty chain and the best lock I could find. I also did a full reset on all the door keypads and created all new codes. Security cameras got installed yesterday, which is actually pretty cool because the installer convinced me to put a high-res one that looked out over the valley. The system cost me way more than I thought it would, but the peace of mind is worth it. The installer also put up signs on the property saying that the place was monitored by video. I also installed a heavy-duty lockout for the water shutoff and the drain valve. I hope to hell I don't lose the keys for it, because if I do, it's going to be a bear to try to remove. Never heard of that expression before. Haven't told anyone but my wife that the water is locked off, and again, only we have the keys. Last week, I got several calls at my office from both of their husbands trying to convince me to let them use the house like they always have. The older one had gone up with some friends for a guy's hangout but couldn't get in because of the gate lock. He was pretty pissed and embarrassed about being locked out. I'm sure he would have broken the lock if he could have. During his call, he kept bouncing between pushy and victimhood. At one point, he threatened to rip that gate out of the goddamn ground. Hi, Rio. He also admitted that they've been renting it out to a few friends, that they needed the money, and that I was ruining their business, and that I should refund their guest money. I should have recorded the conversation with him, but I don't know how to do that from an office phone anyway. The other brother-in-law just sounded like he was being made to call by my sister. He didn't really put up a fight when I told him not to plan on ever using the place again. In any case, I told them that they can't use the place and not to ask again. At this point, I'm considering selling the vacation home. Wife and I won't use it enough to justify keeping it, and it's not like there's going to be any family get-togethers anytime soon. I mentioned selling it to my folks. Their response was pretty much whatever. I'd more than double my money by selling it. The place consists of 3 lots with killer views and is at the end of a private road. But I'll probably wait for a while to sell it. Doing so now would be an emotional decision. My sisters and I aren't currently speaking, and I have no plans to initiate contact. I don't know what the status between them and my folks is, and I don't want to. On the upside, we spent an evening with my folks last week, went to a new restaurant that was nice. No one brought up any of this crap. Mom did update us on some of the nieces and nephews. She's spending time with them at their homes. Okay, so surely everything's like calmed down a little bit, right? Hi Kaya, welcome in. Here we go. October 16th, 2023. A couple of people have asked for an update. Here you go. I hired a guy to manage/look over the vacation home. He lives in the area, takes care of his folks, and manages a good number of properties. Some are vacation rentals, some are weekend places like ours. He has access to my camera feeds and does a physical check-in on the place every week or two. I think he may have the best job in the mountains. He gets paid to drive around with his dog, walk around the properties, and hang out on people's decks whenever he feels like it. This is a lot of information I feel like we don't need to know, but okay. He also has a camera feed from a house near the start of the private road that takes still shots whenever a vehicle goes past it. $450 per month, plus he'll do basic maintenance and repairs on an hourly basis. Okay. He's friends with all of the sheriff's deputies too. Got a lot of peace of mind from doing this. And he sends photos from his walks to everyone once or twice a week. I have to brag a bit on my parents. I got all of this from them tonight at dinner. Yeah, I just want the juicy part. They were getting pressure from my sisters to demand that I open up the vacation house to everyone for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving up there had become quite the tradition for the family. Not for me and my wife, we've gone once in 7 years. My dad refused to bother me about it because he knew I'd say no. They came up with what I think is a great plan, announced that they were organizing the Thanksgiving gathering, and if everyone split the cost in advance, they'd rent out an Airbnb in the mountains. Otherwise, they'd host Thanksgiving at their place, or one of the sisters could host it. This caused a fight between the sisters because the middle sister was all for doing the Airbnb, but the oldest one doesn't have any money. The deadline to commit to the Airbnb has passed. Looks like Thanksgiving will be at my parents' place. Regardless, we won't be there. We won't be there. My parents have asked that we not sell the place for now. They decided they still like to use it occasionally, but not until my sisters have come to terms with the new normal. And of course, they'd probably like it if everyone could get together there again down the road, but that's just not going to happen. I just as soon sell it and move on at this point, but I can live with keeping it if my folks do use it now and again. Plus, it'll be worth even more down the road. Wife and I have stayed no contact with my sisters and their husbands. Both sisters have called from new numbers via Google Voice and left messages insisting that I meet with them for our parents' sake to work out how everyone can use the family vacation home. They called my wife too. I'm glad I was already in the habit of not answering calls if I don't recognize the number. I honestly don't know if they're delusional or if they think they can bully me into giving them access again. Don't really care. Do you guys answer phone calls if you don't know what the number is from? Because I do not. I have the thing on iPhone. It's like a new feature where you can like filter phone calls. Like so you can somebody, they like figure out who the person is and why they're calling, and then if it's actually like a real person, then it actually rings. I don't answer even if I know. You know what? Honestly, fair. I also really despise phone calls unless, if it's like an emergency or like if a friend needs something or something, like I will pick up. Or the only time I call is if something is like really, 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 really urgent, but even then I don't really like to call. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail or they leave a message. Like, sometimes people message me like, can we call? I'm like, okay, are you okay? What's wrong? But like, other than that, I never use my phone. I never use it to call. I screen, then decide if I want to answer nicely or get spicy. See, I just don't even bother with the spicy. Not that I have that much going on in life anyways, but like, what a waste of time. You know what I mean? I'm just not even going to bother. Anyways, let me continue the story. My parents tell me that the oldest sister and her husband are getting out of their leases for their SUV and big ass truck and are selling their jet skis and some other shit that they've never needed. They own jet skis and they're maxing out on their credit cards and they have jet skis. Okay. That's going to be really hard on her. She's quite the braggart. The braggart? Is that a word? And won't like being seen in something older / smaller / cheaper. My brother-in-law's identity is very much wrapped up with his truck as well. He even has a small tattoo of the truck company's logo, which frankly is one of the many reasons why he and I never hung out. That's hilarious. Oh my god, Danny, enjoy your gift sub. Who gifted you? Oh my god, it's Canoe. He did say they were living outside their means. That's true. Just buying random shit. Several people have suggested I make the vacation home into an Airbnb. I don't plan to do so, at least anytime soon. I know it would make money, but it would cause an incredible amount of drama across the family and would stress out my parents. They don't need that. It would also be a hassle to remove personal things my folks have there. That stuff has nowhere to go. And there would be wear and tear on the place, and I'm sure it would take some amount of time on my part, even though I'd use a manager to do it. Just not worth it to me. Fair. Fair. Is there more updates? Oh my god, there's more updates. 2 days ago, oh my god, it was during our streamer concert. We hosted a little Broadway night. Thank you, Canoe. Okay, update number 5. Things have gone to hell. Oh no. What do you guys think happened? Okay. I really, truly did not think anything like this would happen. Short version, my brothers-in-law broke into my vacation home and were arrested. Wow, they're that desperate, huh? They have been charged with breaking and entering, destruction of property, and communicating threats, all Class 1 misdemeanors. I've refused to drop the charges. I might do so if I'm fully paid for the damage they've caused. They were still in jail as of Saturday evening. I assume they're out by now. The Brian Mean Zone, please. Things had settled down, at least I thought so. Haven't seen or heard from my sisters in over 6 weeks. My parents went up to the house for a week and had a good time. David, the property manager I hired, had worked out great. W. David. He's done a couple of repairs I asked him to do, and I've given him a list that he's going to work on. He usually sends a photo or two of wildlife or a sunset to his clients every week, and was kind of making me want to get up there. Friday after Thanksgiving, my brother-in-laws went to the vacation home. They used an angle grinder to cut through the chain on the driveway gate and damaged the gate in the process. They tried to get in through the front door, ruined the lock set, and gouged the door badly. They finally got in through the utility floor door and a locked internal door. They also broke into the barn. I'm not sure why. When they went out through the front door when they went out through the front door, where they were met by sheriff deputies and David. David gets notifications from the camera system when there's activity. He saw what was going on and called the sheriff's department. According to David, the brothers-in-laws tried to BS their way out of it, but the deputies didn't buy it. Breaking into an empty house is a pretty serious thing up here. Usually it's meth heads who ransack the place and hog everything. When the brother-in-laws were arrested, they freaked out big time, were saying how they were going to beat the hell out of me, etc. Not smart to do in front of cops. David and the sheriff's office tried calling my wife and me to see what we wanted to do, but we were spending the day with our parents and had left our phones in the car so we could be in vacation mode. Hi, kidda. The brother-in-law just got arrested for breaking into the vacation home. So they booked the brother-in-laws on everything, which is what I would have asked them to do anyways. Brother-in-laws called their wives from jail, who of course freaked out. They called my folks, tried to call me, they're blocked. Tried to find a lawyer up there to arrange bail, not easy to do given it's a rural area and was a holiday weekend. Hi, Miss May. Older sister has 0 cash and her cards are maxed out, so if they made bail, my middle sister would have to pay for both husbands. I know they were still in jail as of Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how the justice system works. Like, what do you mean you can just pay to get out of jail? What a freaking scam. Like, how does that shit work? And also, how much do they, are we talking a few $100s? Or are we talking about thousands? Maybe it depends on what the crime, what, how does that work? Does anyone know? I don't know. Too many exams, brain empty. That's Tim's nickname. Depends on the crime. But $50,000? Okay, never mind. I thought like if people I thought they just have to pay a fee and then they can like get out and then nothing will happen to them. Okay, but that's a lot of money. Okay. I guess it makes more sense now. Oh, until their trial, I see. So there's still like more consequences. Yeah, I don't watch like any of these shows. Something up as collateral. So like their house or something. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. So they're still in jail. We didn't check our phones until late Friday on the way home from the in-laws. There were a ton of calls and messages from my mom, dad, David, and the sheriff's department. Talk about ruining a great day. I was in such a good mood till I looked at my phone. My wife read through the text and listened to the messages, read them out to me, and by the time we got home, I had some idea of what was going on. I put my brain back into thinking mode. Tried to get past my anger, failed. Called David and got the rundown on what had happened and how bad the damage was, resulting in more anger. I ended Friday by calling the sheriff's department and telling them that there was no misunderstanding. The brother-in-laws had absolutely no right to be on my property, and I wanted to press charges. I didn't call my folks back, barely slept. I waited until Saturday afternoon to call my folks. They were both pretty rattled about it all, my mom in particular. My sisters had browbeat them. What does that mean? Browbeat them into telling me that I should tell the cops that it was all a mistake. Oh, like convince? Like they're making them tell him that he should convince. Okay, bullied. Okay, I see. I should tell the cops that it was all a mistake and that I wanted the charges dropped. I flat out refused, told them there was no way I'd do that until I spoke with an attorney, and also not until I was paid in full for whatever it will cost to fix everything 100%. This is wild, by the way. All of this because he didn't let the kids push him into the pool. My mom was crying hard by the time we got off the phone, which of course made me feel like shit. My dad suggested it was time for a complete start over, but also said he thought they needed to pay for the damage. I haven't gone up to the property yet. There's nothing I can do, and I'll probably go nuts when I see the damage in person. The photos are bad enough. I'm hoping to tomorrow or Wednesday, but my job isn't one I can just wander off for non-emergencies. I've left messages with 2 attorney friends asking them to recommend the right lawyers to go after my sisters and brother-in-law. I don't know what I can do exactly, but I'm hoping to get restraining orders. I have all the texts they've sent me. That might help. I'm strongly considering suing them for the money they've made renting the place. I don't care about the cash, but it will help make them as miserable as possible. The gloves are definitely off at this point. There's some side notes. Brother-in-laws had no idea I'd hired someone to keep an eye on things or that there are cameras there now. My parents knew but hadn't told them because they knew it would just give my sisters a reason to drama up. There are signs on the property stating it's being monitored with cameras and no trespassing signs though. So true, kidda. My wife has completely had it at this point. I don't blame her. She's been more than patient about it all, but she reached her limit and was not shy about letting me know. She told me it's up to me how I deal with this, but that she thought they all need to be taught a hard lesson. Older brother-in-law likely won't face any repercussions at his job over this, but middle brother-in-law has a security clearance, so he might. I'm hoping that will be motivation for middle brother-in-law to pay for the damages himself immediately. David, the caretaker, has an interesting background. I knew he was friends with some of the deputies, figured it was because they were all locals. I was wrong. He was a cop in a big city for years, was shot on duty, and afterwards decided to quit and move to where his parents had retired. He has some PTSD over it all. His dog is a certified service animal and is usually with him. I know law enforcement people tend to hang together. I guess that's how they became his friend group. I don't want to see or speak with these a-holes for the rest of my life. I know this is in direct conflict with my overwhelming urge to make their lives as miserable as possible. Yes, this is the one we started last time. This is the continuous updates. Okay, next update. This is an update from December now. So it's been over a month since the last one. Okay. Thursday afternoon. Have you been updating this one all stream? Oh, I was yapping for the first hour and a half. Just catching everyone up on life and stuff. Tessa, thank you for the stream streak. Thursday afternoon, I got a courier-delivered envelope at my office. In it was a signed letter from both my brother-in-laws and a cashier's check for $5,000. Oh, okay. Wait, they actually paid. In the letter, they made what I have to say was a very sincere apology. Among other things, they acknowledged breaking in, acknowledged it was wrong, said the $5,000 was to pay for the damage and that they'd pay more if it cost more than that. Also said they'd stay away from the vacation home unless my wife and I specifically invited them. They also asked that I do what I could to get the charges dropped as soon as possible because they both could lose their jobs and that they'd agree to a restraining order or whatever else it took for that to happen. There was more as well, but that was the gist of it. Okay. This is shocking. Wow, did they have a change of heart? What's going on? Maybe Canoe, maybe. I guess that's true. They did want to they want the charges dropped. To say this was a shock is an understatement. It was obviously a total 180 from their past behavior. Exactly. I had already made an appointment with an attorney to see about suing my brother-in-laws over the damage and to try to get a restraining order. I called him and told him what I just received, and he agreed to meet with me at the end of the day instead of next week. Told me not to deposit the check. Ooh, drama. We met for about 2 hours. He ended up recommending the wife and I do a settlement and mutual release agreement with all 4 of them, sisters and brother-in-laws. He said that if we went after them via a lawsuit that we'd almost certainly win, but that it could take 2 years or more. Girl, there would be sizable upfront legal fees and that we might never see any money. He also said we could keep the $5,000 free and clear even if we didn't let them off the hook. He's drawing up the agreement. It won't be ready until Monday. The agreement will include what's essentially the civil equivalent of a restraining order. I already asked my property manager to work up a bid to get the damage repaired. I called him after the meeting and asked that he get me as close an estimate as possible ASAP. Got that Friday, he thinks it'll take around $4,000 to fix everything. Most of that is for the front door. Oh my god, how expensive is the door? On Friday, my attorney contacted each of the brother-in-laws, told them what we were proposing, and advised them to get their own lawyers. They both agreed to it. The middle brother-in-law told him they could afford to either pay for the damages or pay for a lawyer, but not both, and they figured a lawyer wouldn't make any difference given that they had really no defense for what they did. Hey, you know what? At least he's self-aware. His biggest concern was if the charges could be dropped. From what I can tell, they're willing to do anything / sign anything to make this all go away. My attorney also called the DA's office on Friday to discuss dismissing the charges, got the name of the prosecutor and left them a message but has not spoken to them yet. He thinks they'll dismiss the charges because of the brother-in-laws are paying up and they have no priors, but then again, he's not a criminal lawyer. Also said I should be prepared to drive up there Monday or Tuesday and tell the prosecutor in person that I want everything dismissed. He's also advised me to continue to be no contact with his sisters and brother-in-laws, especially for the next 6 months, and that it will be really important to follow the terms of the agreement when it comes to future interactions with them. I'm guessing that the brother-in-law's change of heart is due to them having figured out what's at stake for them, what it's going to cost them in legal fees and fines and so on. There's also the highly unlikely possibility that they could go to jail for up to 120 days. And as I've mentioned, one of them has a security clearance for his job that could be at risk. So this is their Hail Mary pass to keep their normal lives. This isn't a perfect resolution to the situation, but at least it will get me past the legal and financial parts of the shit show that I've been in for the past few months. I doubt I'll ever have a civil relationship with any of them ever again, and that's fine. What I want most at this point is to close this off, get on with my life, and never speak to any of them again. I'm exhausted. Kind of a side issue, but getting the written apology was weirdly a huge moment for me. I wasn't expecting that ever, but apparently it matters to me quite a bit. The money doesn't feel particularly important at this moment. I'll damn sure take it though. Also, I'm pretty sure my middle sister and her husband came out with the money. The cashier's check is from the credit union of the company he works for. Okay. Final update. Oh my god. Okay. By the way, did you not to don't spill your family drama if you don't want to, but like, do you guys have people in your family that you like don't want to talk to ever again? Because my extended family is like pretty close. And there are family gatherings like very often. There are a few people that I don't really fuck with for various reasons, but like it's kind of impossible for me to not talk to them ever again. But it's also like not as bad as this, to the point where, yes. Oh my god. Wait, so many of you have. Dr. White raised her hand immediately. In my mind, you guys are just listening to this tea together. Wait, oh my god. But like, are you guys able to? So what about like family get-togethers for like Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever holiday you guys celebrate? Do you guys just do you just not go? Fortunately, I live on the other side of the world, so I never make it to any, And when I do visit home once in a blue moon, it's like everyone gets together, and it's fine because I'm only there for a few days, Brother disowned my mom for still talking to his ex. Oh. I live so far from these people that I just don't show up. Okay. I guess that's a good excuse. I definitely have family members I wouldn't go out of my way for. Yeah. There's been a few times where I've felt like uncomfortable at family gatherings, but like usually it's because like the older family members are either like racist or sexist or homophobic. And maybe this is bad of me, but I usually just don't even bother fighting back because I'm just like I'm not gonna be one, because I feel like everything is just gonna be ruined. The whole vibe is just gonna be ruined, and like I don't want that responsibility. Also not really sure how I'll ever get out of it. Yeah. No one in my family is as bad as this story, though. That's good. Sister left and I haven't heard from her in years. Oh, see, I feel like it's kind of different when it's like your immediate sibling. Do you wonder sometimes like what she's up to, how she's doing? To be honest, like I was never like really that close with my siblings, and I really want to get closer. I feel like I'm closer with Allie now. But like my youngest sister, she's 12 years younger than me, and she's in high school, and like I feel like there's nothing I it's so hard for me to like connect with her. I feel like I don't know much about her, and I feel kind of bad. I have a cousin who was super Joe Rogan, batshit MAGA, and I cannot with her or her loser as boyfriend anymore. You know what? That's fair. That is fair. Fortunately, my family doesn't have to deal with that. Oh God, I can't even imagine. Cut off their one son. That's because he ended secretly dating her. Oh my God, drama! So much drama. Wow, it's so wild that so many of you have stories like this. I haven't talked to one of my siblings in years. I'm sure he still thinks I'm the problem. Oh my God. See, personally, as of right now, at least, I can't imagine. If anything, I feel like I'm closer to Allie than I am with my parents, because at least like, we have the same worldview and stuff, you know. But I can't imagine like not losing that losing that relationship. So, okay, well, Asia B. Her kid married. Oh my God. Ew, ew, ew. I got closer to my siblings as an adult. Yeah, I think that's what. You know what? Maybe once my sister. Oh, also, I do feel like I'm getting so old compared to them, though. If it's kind of wild. Hi, Nisha. By the way, fun fact: if you were here for the Broadway night concert, I found out that I was the same age as Ben Platt when he filmed the Dear Evan Hansen movie. If you know anything about the lore of that movie, you'll know. Like, everyone was giving him shit for looking like really old, and like they were saying that he should not be the one playing Evan Hansen in the movie because just because he did it on Broadway doesn't mean he should be the one playing. And like his dad was producing the movie, so it was a lot of like nepotism things. But he was 27 when he played I'm 27. It was so fun. It was just a funny realization that I had. Like, oh, I'm the same age as when Ben Platt filmed. And here I am filming waving through a window. But I just, I just look so young compared to him. So I think it's the hair. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but the hair really does not look like high schooler. Like every okay, but have you seen Ben Platt in Dear Evan Hansen? Anyways, that was just a side thing that I forgot to talk about. He was not even mildly passing as a teen. Yeah. And normally, like, I don't care how old you are as long as you look the part. You know what I mean? Like, like older movies too, like all adults play like high schoolers, but like he definitely did not look like a high schooler. Anyways, final update. Wait, just kidding. Second to last update. I thought it was the final. Okay, here we go. December 7th, 2023. Tuesday morning. They all look way too old for Glee. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was talking about that. 40-year. I haven't seen that movie. Anyways, Tuesday morning, I met with my attorney and went over the agreement. Changed a couple of minor things. He sent it to my sister. Oh, changed a couple of minor things, and he sent it to my sisters and brothers-in-law. It included a requirement that they pay my attorney's fee, about $3,000. They weren't happy about that and tried to negotiate it away, but he told them they either accept it as is or there would be no deal at all, and we'd proceed with suing them for the money they got from renting out the place, wear and tear from renting it, repair costs for their break-in, emotional distress, lost income from having to deal with this, attorney fees, and whatever else we could. He also told them I would push hard with the DA's office to prosecute every charge. Short version, they came in and signed. I wasn't there. I'm told it was a pretty tense environment, that the middle brother-in-law appeared to have taken charge, and that at one point he told both of my sisters to shut the hell up, or he was walking away from the whole thing, making his own deal with us, and the rest of them could all go to hell. They provided another cashier's check for $2,500, claimed that's all they had. It's close enough that we're going to accept it as the final payment. Attorney also told me that everyone was very cold and curt towards one another, but that they'd all managed to keep it together long enough to sign and left without making too big of a scene. I drove up to the vacation home early yesterday to check out the damage and meet with the DA's office. Seeing the damage made my blood boil. It was so senseless. I was so pissed that I was ready to eat the cost of repairs and do everything I could to ruin their lives. Tried walking it off, failed utterly. Ended up calling a good friend who was kind enough to stay on the phone for over an hour, letting me spew and vent. Oh, that's a good friend. He eventually got me back to focusing on the bigger picture of putting this behind me and getting on with my life. Honestly, I'm still not sure that's what I want to do, but I settled down enough to get some food in me and I felt better. After lunch, I went to the DA's office, hadn't made an appointment and had to wait a while, but got to meet with the assistant DA who got the case. Hi, Space. Short version is that since I don't want to prosecute and the brother-in-laws have already paid for the damages, that they are willing to drop all the charges except trespassing, which in this case will be a Class 2 demeanor. The brother-in-laws will have to plead guilty and pay whatever fine the judge sets. I'm also told that if they fight the trespassing charge or ever so much as fart in public up there, that it would go very poorly for them. It helps that the brother-in-laws didn't resist arrest. If they had, none of the charges would have been dropped. I also went to the sheriff's office to thank them for getting there so quickly and everything. Wanted to thank the deputies personally, but only spoke to the dispatch person. And I tried to meet up with David, the property manager, but couldn't get a hold of him. A couple of notes. The agreement included a no contact clause. Basically, if any of them showed up where my wife or I are, or the other way around, whoever got there last has to leave immediately. No contact except through attorneys or other mutually agreed upon parties. They get to keep whatever they made from renting the vacation house, my big give, unless I have tax consequences, which they will be responsible for. And we release each other from all other liabilities up through the present. There's more to it than that, but those are the high points. Wife and I will sign the agreement later today. After that, I can't talk about most of this, but I can talk around it. Okay, so that's why he thought it was the last update. But there's one final update. Then this whole saga can finally be over. March 2024. A few months later. Unsurprisingly, my oldest sister and brother-in-law have filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I don't know what Chapter 7 means, but okay. While I don't care about what happens to them financially or otherwise, they've also managed to drag my parents into their mess, which I'm not happy about. Uh-oh. Not the parents. They broke. That's what Chapter 7 means. At the start of the year, my brother-in-law's oversized, customized Pride and Joy truck was repossessed. They get rid of... Oh, interesting. Pretty embarrassing for him, I'm sure. Happened at work. This was their breaking point. Without the truck, they have to share a Kia my parents loaned them, and they can barely fit in it with their 3 kids. Is it that hard? A car has 5 seats. There's 5 people. You can fit. Financially, they're fucked. They owe at least $125,000 on high interest credit cards. They have 0 equity in their house and have a couple of personal loans that I'm pretty certain they got under false pretenses. They have loans on their jet skis, ATVs, and trailers. They also owe a chunk of money from defaulting on the truck lease. Deserved. They have cars. Oh, no, but oh, how old do you have to be to stop using a car seat? 13 or 12? I guess I don't know how old the kids are. I have not been keeping track. I guess maybe some of them still need the car seats. What? I don't know. They hadn't made any payments on their credit card or loan in months. I thought it was 5. Wait, really? I swear in California. Oh, never mind. 8. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did my math wrong. Um, Sparrow. Yeah, around, it goes by weight. Oh, interesting. I don't know. So 7, 8-ish maybe, depending on how tall, how heavy. Isa, I want to so bad. I just can't. No money. Anyways. Yeah, because I had to buy one when I lived in California and my family came to visit. I had to buy one for my youngest sister. I guess she was around 7-ish. Anyways. They haven't made any payment on their credit card or loan in months and were behind on their house payments as well. They got out of the lease on my sister's massive SUV late last year. They were upside down on it as well, so had to come up with cash to do so. They also had to pay an attorney, the fine, and court costs for my brother-in-law's trespassing charge at the vacation house. And they own my middle sister and her husband money for bail and their portion of the damages to the place. As I've mentioned before, my folks have never been financial wizards, but they at least have been generally responsible. They're retired, their home is paid off, they live off of Social Security and pensions. Although they get more than they spend. Minimum savings, just an emergency fund. Turns out my folks emptied out that fund and also cashed out their small IRA, which is around $20,000, and gave it to my sister. That let her catch up on the house payment and cover the negative equity on her car lease. But now, literally every bit of savings my parents possessed is gone. Plus, my parents have been paying for their groceries for several months now and continue to pay the insurance on the car they loaned my sister. My God, poor parents. Why? Oh, that's so... Parents, oh my God. According to my dad, my sisters worked my mom for weeks to get her to fork over the money. They'd worked on both my folks at the same time for a while, but my dad flat out refused every time. Eventually, mom caved. She worried that my sister would have to move to some random town and that the kids would be barefoot and eating dirt. Dad's not happy about it, and to say there's some tension between them right now is an understatement, but they'll be fine. Meek. I was pretty disappointed when my parents told me all of this, but I wasn't surprised. It sucked that they emptied out their savings to help, but I kind of get it. The way the bankruptcy laws are in our state, by getting caught up on their home loan, my sister should be able to keep the house. I tried hard not to say how I felt about this, and my sisters mostly succeeded. Really, I'm way more pissed about this than I should be. I mean, I feel like he's valid. The worst part for me is that my sister and brother-in-law could now contact me and my wife without any real fear of repercussions. Wait, what? Why? The only penalty the no contact agreement has is if they violate it, we can go after them for the money they made from renting out the vacation home and related damages. Since they've filed for bankruptcy, that's now not an impediment for them. I see. I'm hoping they'll leave us alone, but who knows. My parents also told me that my middle sister and her husband have hit a rough spot and that he's not currently living with her and the kids. Just a guess, but I imagine he's had it with the whole family dynamic that caused this nonsense. Not directly related, but on a brighter side, on a brighter note, I've spent 2 weeks at the mountain house since the start of the year, once with my wife and once alone. Both times there was a lot of snow. It was incredibly beautiful and relaxing, very therapeutic. The place has good internet service now, which is nice. Plus, knowing that I can count on David, the property manager, to keep the place in shape / ready for us to visit and to help if we get snowed in eliminates most of the stress in owning it. My folks have used it a few times as well and get along great with David. Wow. Great. And that is the final update. Wow. You know, there's so many things. I feel so bad for the parents and also for the kids. Wait, what? Oh my god. Congratulations, Kidda, on unlocking a leak channel. Thank you for being here long enough to even redeem that in the first place. Let me add you. Where are you? Kidda. Why can't I find you in my Discord? Type something in the general chat. Now I'm broke. Ooh. RIP. I feel bad for David. I don't feel bad for David. He's doing his job and he's getting paid for it. He's living his best life. Oh, I see you. There you go. Leak channel. Ta-da. Welcome. There you go. I recently did this and I already have 20K. I thought you were talking about IRL. I was like, wow, maybe Kidda is the sister in this story. Wow, what a roller coaster of emotions. Is there anything interesting in there? I mean, the last thing I sent was something concert related, but that already happened. I mean, there's a million things in the channel from like 2 years ago, but like from the past 2 years. But don't scroll. That's too embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. Wow, what a wild story. That took an hour to read. I am up to 38.9. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm curious. Oh. Anyways, let's see what else we can. Maybe we need a little lighthearted one. There was like so much happening in this one. We need a one that's not so serious. Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my husband he's too broke to be so sexist? This is just gonna piss me off. I'm not reading that one. Am I the asshole for asking my friends what flavor their wedding cake is? Did we read this one? Wait, really, Canoe? That's so funny. Either you had a lot of free time or there's not that much stuff in there. Okay. I feel like for the past like stories that we read, it's almost always like we think that they're not the asshole. But maybe this one will be different. I don't know. Am I the asshole for asking my friends what flavor their wedding cake is? Okay. I'm so confused about the cake. Yeah, I don't know. I need screenshots, as you should. Okay, here we go. I, 22 female, am in the wedding party of my friends. We will call M, who is 25 female, and Ro, 25 male. Welcome in, just in time for a brand new story. So I'm in a wedding party of my friends who will be getting married in about 2 months. Okay. I have been really excited for the wedding since it'll be an opportunity for all the friends from college to get together for the first time in 2 years. Not to mention, Em and Ro are my best friends. Or at least I thought they were. Oh, drama already. Wait, wow. Do you guys talk to your friends from college? I'm trying to think. I don't think I talk to anybody. I mean, like there's no beef. Like if I need to reach out to people, I will, and like everything will be great. We'll hee ha ha have a fun time. But like I don't go out of my way to. Maybe I should, just to like a little check in. Like thinking of you. So I know no one. Oh, online. Oh my god, that's right. So is it like do you have to turn on your camera and stuff in Zoom? Because I remember the 2 months that I had college on Zoom, obviously the teachers made everyone turn on their cameras. But if it's just like an online course, then Mr. Kidda talks to people from elementary school. I don't know anything about any of my elementary school friends. I remember 2 of their names, 3 of their names, 4 of their names. Wow, I remember more than I thought, but I don't know anything about them. I specifically picked the classes that don't require. You know what? That's fair. That's valid. Anyways, okay, here we go. We have a Discord for all the wedding stuff, period, and they have a channel about food. They have been really good about being open about the food they intend to have at the reception, including vegan/vegetarian/gluten-free options for everyone, and answering questions, so I didn't think there would be any contention if I asked the question. Anyway, about 4 days ago, I posted a message into the Discord asking, "Hey, what flavor is the cake gonna be? I want to mentally prepare myself, lol." Okay. I think looking back, my choice of extra words is what caused all of this, but I meant it in the sense that I have a long documented dislike of chocolate-flavored foods like cake or ice cream, so I added it in the event the cake was chocolate. I received a private message back that the cake would be chocolate, and that if I had a problem with it, then I could shove it, because it was their wedding, not mine. And I felt really taken aback by this response. Never did I mention that I would have been upset, and I certainly wouldn't have put up a stink about it. It's exactly like Em had said, it's their wedding. I explained as much and tried to apologize for any offending I did, but she got even more defensive and started basically blasting me for implying that she was offended, and I was just left overall very confused. I gave it 2 days before I tried to apologize again and smooth it over, figuring she may have just been having a bad day, but I got shut down again, telling me she doesn't need my apology because nothing was wrong and I needed to stop trying to make it seem like shit was wrong between us and to just drop it. I texted Ro to see if I could gauge what was going on, since he and I have always had an open dialogue about things like this, but he basically just told me he couldn't talk to me right now, and I have to imagine it's because Em told him not to. It's been 2 days since then, and I'm just really confused. This whole thing has me wanting to drop out of the wedding party and honestly not go at all. I wish Ro would talk to me and Em would be honest. I can't help but think maybe I just don't get how stressful planning a wedding is. And like maybe they've gotten pushback from other people and other things. And somehow it's being taken out on me. Or is it really a big no-no to ask stuff like this? I don't know. This is the first wedding I've had ever gone to, so am I the asshole? I bet the couple... Oh, this is from 2024. Yeah, the phrasing is definitely weird. But I don't think they had any ill intent. I don't know. Cow. The comments of this Reddit post are saying that this person is the asshole. Oh, guys. Ro commented. So the guy friend, the guy that's getting married commented. Here we go. Hey Izzy, not surprised you didn't share the whole story. You never do. Just like last year's surprise party for M. TLDR, Izzy here spoiled the surprise and tried to claim my present was hers. Ooh. I'm a Ro, the groom-to-be. I don't do Reddit, but my best man does and frequents this thread. He saw this post and it was so obvious it's you. This whole cake thing did happen, but it is not the whole story and did not go the way Izzy claims. First off, cake was not her only complaint. You refused to have a joint bachelor/bachelorette dinner because I have poor taste. You said my suit was tacky because I wanted white and not traditional black. You whined about the bridesmaids' dresses being purple because you wanted ivory. Any decision we've made, there's always a complaint. And M has done nothing but be patient and try to find common ground. She should not have to change her wedding choices for you. Second, we never told you to shove it. M only messaged you privately because she was tired of having to argue in the group chat. Everyone else is tired of your bullshit too, so we didn't want to bother them with it. It's a cake. Eat it or don't. You have hated me ever since I joined the friend group, and that's fine. But you will not ruin M's day because of your pettiness. If you care about her, then honor her decisions. Of course M is different, because she grew the fuck up. All of us did, except you. My god, you're fucking 22. Stop acting like a spoiled teenager. Chocolate cake will not kill you. By the way, asshole, I'm 26, not 25. Pay attention. I wasn't angry about this until you decided to go to the internet for pity. It's pathetic and immature. For the record, M double-checked my response. She signed off on it and get it together. Guess what? Izzy replied. Oh my god. Whose side are you guys on right now? On Izzy's side? Or the bride and groom side? No one. Okay, but like I'm low-key not on Izzy's side anymore because if like you know those people that like complain about everything, like every little thing, and it's like so exhausting, you know? Anyways, okay. Her reply. It's pathetic and immature to anonymously post asking for advice on Reddit, but you coming here starting shit and posting my real name isn't? Okay, Marcus, since we're not hiding anymore, how does it feel to have your shit aired for real? Not her doxing. Here's how I know M didn't sign off, because she would never She never would have agreed to using my real name. You're just trying to get me upset at her too. She's my best friend, and I should have known you'd do this. You always try to manipulate us into being mad at each other. Case in point, when I had planned this really awesome dinner for her and I, and you had to plan her surprise party for the same day. I just wanted alone time with my best friend, but you couldn't wait one day for the party. Oh my god. M has known me longer than you, and no offense, I'm sure I know her better than you do. But I've kept my mouth shut because I love her and just want her to be happy. I complain about everything? Then how come I've never said anything about the hundreds of times you've made M cancel plans with me to go hang out with you? I just wanted my BFF to spend a little time with me. We're not allowed to have sleepovers anymore because it makes you uncomfy, or take a girls' trip for the weekend because too expensive. Sorry you can't take care of her like I can. Some of us can afford rent. Clearly this was never about the cake and more about you hating me. I was fine when you joined the friend group, but you clearly weren't fine with me and M's relationship. You've been the same towards some of her other friends who I'm sure would agree. Get a life, Marcus. Stop trying to take mine. I like how we're all turned on Izzy now. Ro responded, or Marcus responded. Okay. She was fine using your name. You brought this to the internet, not us. If you didn't want this attention, don't post. The plan was for you to distract her while we set up the party by taking her to a movie, not going to the movies, then taking her to dinner and telling her of the party. We waited hours expecting y'all to be back. I have never once made M cancel. She always did that on her own and not frequently at all. You have had plenty of alone time with her. Just because she spends time with me too doesn't mean I'm forcing her to. And yes, a trip to multiple countries across Europe is very much too expensive. We already live paycheck to paycheck, which you know. I know money isn't a concern for you, but it very much is for us. Not all of us have apartments paid for by dad. Ooh. Nobody else seems to think the same things about me, and if I'm wrong, I will gladly listen and change. But that requires communication directly, not anonymous Reddit posts. You may have known her longer, but you clearly don't know M well. You fail to see how miserable your comments and attitude have made her these past few months. For her sake, knock it off. Izzy replied, "Paid by daddy, real mature, asshole. You know I work hard like everyone else. It's not my fault my parents have made better decisions than yours and can actually help their kids." I said. And of course, I wasn't just gonna take her to the movies on her birthday. It was still her birthday and she's my friend and I love her and wanted her to have an actually decent meal other than the shitty pizza you bought for her. My god. Also, yeah, maybe you didn't tell M to cancel, but knowingly asking for plans when we had them is basically the same thing. Before you, she was fine. She had everything she needed. And for all of you in the comments saying I have a crush or want to fuck M, you're delusional and know nothing about me. We're best friends. I love her, she loves me. Not my fault we have natural chemistry that everyone over the internet can feel. But it's not like that. Marcus, you're an asshole. You've been an asshole since day one. Just admit you're not the guy who can give her what she needs and move the fuck on and leave us alone. Okay, I feel like Izzy is losing it every time she types. Oh my god. Other comments are like, Did you really make your fiance cancel sleepovers because it made you uncomfortable? And he replied, no, I never made M cancel anything. I'm fine with her stopping sleepovers. Izzy wanted to do it at our apartment and kept begging Em to have me sleep on the couch so I wouldn't ruin girls' night. For the record, Em shut it down, not me. She's capable of making her own decisions. Hi, Nick. Final comment. Wait, hold on. Marcus said Em still wants Izzy there. At the wedding. They've been friends for years. I won't make her kick her out, but I'm starting to reach the point where I want it. And no, she didn't steal the birthday present. She claims she purchased the gift because I was too poor to afford it. It was a rather expensive purse Em eyed once while shopping, but couldn't get it at the time, so I saved for it. Okay, and then the last part, he said, I'm not gonna argue over Reddit anymore over this, especially if you're gonna talk about my parents like that when you know full well why we aren't rich. Either message us in private or drop it altogether. If this is how you really feel, don't bother coming to the wedding. Oh my god. The drama. No, fuck Izzy. She's the problem. She is the problem. Hi, Nick. I'm assuming you're back in school again for college, or maybe not. I don't know. I know for a fact that your keychains got delivered. I don't know if you're in college, or I know it got sent to your parents' house. So first day of class. Oh my god. I know a lot of other people have received it too. I think only one person didn't. Two people haven't received it yet. Sarah and Debbie, I'm pretty sure. Everyone else, I'm pretty sure, should have theirs already. Mine must have gotten lost in the mail. Well, you didn't get one. Hi, cats. You got Kiki? Oh my god. I have this theater class. I'm so jealous. Hello? I want that class. I'm actually going to see a bunch of shows with my sister because she's also a Broadway nerd like me. And surprisingly, well, there's a lot of shit happening. Like literally on Wednesday night or afternoon, Wednesday afternoon before the baby food stream, we're seeing The Play That Goes Wrong. And then on Thursday, we're seeing Macbeth. Nick? What? Hello? Thank you for the 10 gift subs. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Did you get a badge? It's discount! You know, the Broadway badge is not a thing anymore, but I think you might have gotten some of the Twitch exclusive ones. Thank you for the gift subs. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're seeing Macbeth because I saw the Shakespeare by myself and I thought it was really good, and she wants to see it too. And then we're seeing Noah Khan concert, and then we're seeing Cynthia Erivo concert, and then she's leaving. We have so many nighttime plans. Catch me at the end of September. Guys, I have an announcement next week that I'm really nervous about. And it's something I've never done before, and you're not gonna want to miss it. It's a very ambitious goal, and now I'm like thinking if I've mentioned it before. Maybe I mentioned it as a hee hee ha ha, but I don't remember when or where. But anyways. Thank you again for the 10 gift subs. Twitch ambassador. No. It's a stream event. Anyways, this story is wild. Also, so unserious compared to the last one. No, it's not, Mika. I didn't even talk about that on stream because I don't want people to react to that. Okay, fine. I'll talk about it a little bit. as a hee hee ha ha, who was it? Who started this? It was probably Mika. We have a suggestions channel in Discord, and Mika put bunny girl cosplay. And I was like, girl, you paying? And she said 50 reacts on the message, and she will pay for it. And I was like, good luck with that. I don't even think 50 people read our Discord. As of right now, there are 9 reacts. Mind you, a few people, like Jaywin, was reacting to it. Even like she was literally streaming when we were talking about this in Discord, and she paused the stream to react to it. And I was like, girl, what the hell are you doing? But now there's 9 votes. Good luck trying to get to 50. Anyways, Jaywin is a real one. All right. Whatever. Let's see. At 50, kidda. React to what, where? I'm not telling you. You missed it. I'm not saying anymore. Oh my god. Trying to look through the ones that Sparrow sent me last time. Wait, hold on. I think I have some too. Mika? What does TIFU stand for? Today I fucked up. Okay, I mean, it's kind of late. It's late night, right? We can be a little spicy. Today I fucked up by agreeing to a threesome with my best friend. What? Should we read this? No, you're not old Tim. I also didn't know. Oh boy. I, female, and my best... Mika? We don't want to know. We don't want to know. I, female, 19 years old, and my best friend, Eva, female, 19 years old, have been inseparable since 5th grade. Her and I are polar opposites. I'm mixed on the shorter side with brown hair and eyes. With brown eyes and hair, and a bit chunky, I'll admit, while Eva is white, blonde hair, green eyes, with an athletic build. She's very extroverted. I'm on the shyer side. She's the one that got all the boys' attention. I was the supportive best friend. I've always thought that she was the most attractive girl I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Earlier last week, Eva says she's been watching a lot of Corn and started having thoughts about being with another girl. I'm bisexual myself and pretty shy when it comes to sex, as I've only lost my virginity last year and I've had one sexual partner since. Eva, again, is the exact opposite. She's been sexual since her early teens and have been open about her sex life. We've always joked about being gay for each other. We give each other a quick peck on the lips when we have to go after hanging out, and we even made a pact that if we're unmarried by 30, we'll marry each other. So this led me to jokingly say we should have a threesome with someone to find out if she's bi or not, and she seriously agreed, which I obviously didn't turn down. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like Cow's song. We decided to make a Tinder account with both of us, explaining how we just want someone, preferably a guy, as to her request, to join us, no strings attached. After finding a suitable match, we met up beforehand to explain the boundaries and rules we talked about. Okay, boundaries. The next day would be when it all happened. For me, it was a great experience, and afterwards, Eva agreed. Now, as much as me and Eva are opposite, one thing we absolutely do have in common is our taste in men. I don't want to sound pretentious, but I do feel the man paid a bit more attention to me than Eva. Later, the guy we were intimate with gave me his number afterwards while Eva was cleaning up in the bathroom. I thought he did the same with her. This is when it all falls apart. After the fact, she said she said no strings attached, but she wanted to see the guy again. I of course told her to go for it, but when she checked on Tinder to message him, he has unmatched. She wasn't too happy about it. I just said to text him, and she said she didn't have his number. Confused, I said, well, he gave it to me. She got absolutely furious, saying how that was selfish and rude, that I was trying to keep him for myself, and I wanted too much attention from men. I tried to explain I thought he had also given her his number, but she wouldn't listen. We haven't had a fight this big ever. She hasn't called or texted me back since then. I feel like such a bad friend for letting a random person come between us like that. I will admit I did text the guy telling him the situation, and we have had a couple of conversations since. I just don't want 8 years of friendship going down the drain, especially if it's my fault. Drama. There's no updates, so we'll never know what happened. Getting into a fight over a man. Yeah. Except I feel like I don't know. I don't know whose fault. I don't think this is I don't know. Hate to say it, but I don't know if this is the guy's fault. I guess he did give one of them his number after they said no strings attached. But T, how interesting. Shall we do one more? Oh man, I know, right? Lesson of the night. Yeah, right. Some good ones. I don't remember which ones we talked about. Or like we read already. Did we read this one about pretending to be her twin on her wedding day? I don't know if we did. Okay, I guess we'll read this one. Tim writing it down. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pretend to be my twin on her wedding day? Okay. This one's not too long. This will be our last one, because I'm hungry. I, a 30-year-old female, have an identical twin sister, and for the purposes of why is this word so hard for me to anonymity? How do you say this word? Anonymity. How do you say this word? I'll call her Jess. Jess and I look so much alike it can be freaky. At one point, when we were still infants, they had to draw a little dot at the bottom of one of our feet, just so they could keep track of who was who for medical reasons. My mom adored the fact that Jess and I were her cute baby twin girls, and treated us as precious dolls who she would frequently dress alike and always make us do things together. At first, I didn't mind it at all because, well, it was my normal, and I do genuinely love my sister, but when we started getting older and I developed my own interest, I would get so frustrated or upset when I either couldn't do something because Jess didn't want to, or the only way that I could do it is if Jess could come with me, and vice versa. It sucked because despite our appearances, Jess was the more extroverted twin who liked to go to parties and do sports, while I was introverted and artistic. I was always made to do what Jess wanted to do because me not wanting to be so social was seen as bad, and the only way that Jess would agree to do/endure my hobbies was if I did her homework or chores. Damn. When my parents were divorcing, I was over the moon when my dad... Oh! Hi, Raiders! Thank you for the raid, Cloverbug. Such a cute username. How was your stream? What were you up to? Welcome in, Phoenix. And Violent. I'm assuming you go by Gnome instead of... How was your stream? What were you up to? We followed the forest path here. So cute. Thanks for being here. Co-working! Oh my god, what time zone are you in? You're so productive, so late at night. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you so much. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Brian. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a variety streamer. We do everything from cozy games to music to yapping. We've been doing a lot of yapping lately. We're currently reading our final Reddit story of the day. This person is asking if they're the asshole for not wanting to pretend to be her twin on her wedding day. And don't worry, we just started the story, so you didn't miss out on much. Mostly Yap and did some fall crafting. Oh my god, I'm so glad that fall is finally... When is the first official day of fall? Because I said this at the beginning of stream, but I am so over summer. And I'm not even one, I don't even like pumpkin spice anything. I don't like pumpkin. But I'm just ready for cooler weather. And I'm excited to wear a jacket outside. No cleaning or real work done is so real. No, I love co-working streams. Even if I am not, I don't know, it just helps me be productive. Like body doubling is really nice. But thank you for the raid. I really appreciate you. Everyone, please go check out Cloverbug. If you like what you see, give them a follow. Thank you for bringing your community in. A month out from fall. Oh, it's so far away. Making some garland. Oh my god, that's so exciting though. I don't think I'm gonna decorate. I don't really... The only decor I have for any season ever, for any occasion ever, I have like a messed up Christmas tree that is bent. It literally looks like this if I were to put it up. It's but hey, I love seeing everyone's decor and stuff. No, but thank you for the raid. I know it's late depending on your time zone, so if you need to raid and run, please do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself. You guys are more than welcome to lurk, to chill, to hang out with us if you would like. Duncan came out with the pumpkin spice lattes, and it's just time for fall and Christmas. You like pumpkin spice lattes, Nick? Yeah, I know Debbie has already been starting. You do? And you call my music white people music, and you're listening, and you're eating, you're drinking pumpkin spice lattes. So funny. Wanted to come hang out and show the support. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't like, yeah, I don't like pumpkin, and I don't like pumpkin spice. I'm a very picky eater. Sometimes we have to unleash our inner whiteness. I'm gonna say that now every time you talk about my music. You know what? No, but yeah, pumpkins, sure. I'm talking about pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice lattes in particular. Anyways, okay. Like I said, we just started this Reddit story, so you didn't miss out on much. Basically, the OP, the original poster, has a twin sister, identical twin sister, and they're in their 30s. See, I don't like apple cider either. Now, apple cider vinegar, for some reason, I really like. But I think it's because I grew up drinking it. Not like the, let me rephrase. Apple cider vinegar, not like the American kind. It's different. In China, it's like, it's almost like an iced tea, but it's, I don't even know the English name. Hi, Kath. It's not kombucha. It's not like gross. It just tastes like a spicier apple juice, if anything. It's like a slightly sour apple juice. It's not like the ones that you get in the glass jar where you take those. No, it's not those. Yeah, it's not those. I don't know, Canoe. Maybe? I don't know. I just don't like anything. You guys know this. Okay, anyways, let's continue. So basically, this person felt like she was stuck because her and her twin had to do everything together. When my parents were divorcing, I was over the moon when my dad agreed to let me live with him in another state, and Jess, her twin, didn't want to move away from all her friends. My mom cried when I had to tell her I didn't want to live with her, and Jess accused me of hating them. Oh my god. This really wrecked me emotionally, and I almost caved, but my dad got me into therapy, who helped me gather the courage to just leave. I never really did shake off the guilt until around senior year of high school, but I never once regretted my choice because of how liberating I felt by getting to just be me. I was slowly able to repair my relationship with my mom and Jess, but Jess and I were never as close as we used to be, and I was honestly fine with that. Fast forward to adulthood, and Jess is engaged to her boyfriend, Steve, who is 36 years old, and their wedding is set for this spring. Unfortunately, Jess was recently in a bad accident, and her face is going to need to get cosmetic surgery. Oh. She's been crying on and off for days over this, because there's no way she'll be healed up in time for the wedding. My mom, Steve, and I have been trying to console her, but it's not enough. Earlier this week, my mom approached me with the idea of dressing up as Jess and pretending to be her for the ceremony and reception so the pictures would look nice. I was floored and gave a hesitant no, because while I do know that this would mean a lot to my sister, I just feel really uncomfortable about it. My mom was upset with me and said that it wasn't a big deal, it was just for the pictures, and asked me if I really wanted to make it so that Jess would have to be reminded of her trauma whenever she had to look at her wedding photos, or just not have any photos at all. Am I the asshole? Yeah, she's definitely not the asshole, because even if she was the one in place and took the picture, like, Jess is still, even if she sees the pictures, she knows that it's not her, and it's still gonna remind her of all the trauma. Yeah, like, what? This is wild. Okay, wait, there's an update. It's no, literally. I feel like everyone photoshops their photos, especially wedding photos. Like, of course you want everything to be perfect, but no, that's wild. Okay, wait, because I've already Okay, because I've already been seeing this in 2 other comments, I just wanted to clear some things up. Jess and Steve's wedding is booked at their dream venue, and if they postpone, which is in about 3 weeks, they won't be able to book it again until around 2025. And this was posted 4 years ago, so 2023. And families on both sides were coming in from out of state, so they couldn't reschedule. Apparently, between the wedding costs and needing to save up for the cosmetic surgery, Steve and Jess don't have the money to pay for professional Photoshop. Okay, literally everything that we've been talking about, it's like not an option, apparently. We live in America, and as far as I know, since Jess's surgery is purely for cosmetic purposes, health insurance may not cover it, if any at all. And number 4, my mom was the only one who actually approached me about this, so I don't know if for sure Jess and Steve know about this idea, and I'm honestly a little, wait, what? I'm honestly a little of actually talking to them about this. Oh, so she wants to talk to them about this in case they're on board and start pressuring me into agreeing. I'm confused about that last sentence. Massive black eye. Oh my god. Yeah, like, I guess, well, they said they don't have money to pay for the professional Photoshop. Another update. Sorry for not clarifying. What my mom is proposing is that I do. What my mom is proposing that I do is I wear Jess's wedding dress, and she wears whatever I was going to wear, and then I just stand in her. I just stand in for her when it's time to walk down the aisle, do the entrance at the reception, first dance, bouquet toss, and photo time. I wouldn't actually be doing the vows. Okay, but that's a lot. That's no. Wild. So apparently this is all their mom's idea. It wasn't even Jess's idea. This is one of those things where the mom thinks she's doing right. She's doing what's right, and she's doing like to help her daughters, but actually she's not helping. Loss is just sipping. Update. Thank you for all your advice and suggestions, as well as affirmation that I have the right to say no. Still dealing with residual guilt about refusing to do things for my mom. So I reached out to Steve first about suggesting Photoshop, and turns out he and Jess were already considering that before deciding to just postpone the wedding, as Jess is dealing with PTSD from the accident and doesn't believe that she's going to be able to handle the stress of a wedding in 3 weeks. Okay, so they are postponing. I was so relieved and told Steve that I would be more than happy to help with getting the word out to people that the wedding wasn't happening right now. For the sake of peace and Jess's mental health, I've decided to keep what my mom said about using me as a replacement for the wedding photos to myself for now. Jess is really going through a lot, and I feel like this would be like rubbing salt in the wound. Okay, so she's not even telling them about the mom's suggestion. Apparently, Brian bought and their mom. Wild. Yeah, probably for the best. Wait, update. No, it says page not found. We'll never know what the update is. RIP. Wait, one of the comments said, I see why dad divorced mom. Oh my god. Oh my god. The tea. Wild. Anyways, that was gonna be my last one today, because I'm hungry and I want food. And I ordered groceries today, which means I have to cook food. Very tragic, I know. Unless I can convince my sister to go get hot pot. But the last time I brought it up to her, she was like, I already have so much hot pot at home. And I'm like, ugh, you're right. Sorry, I don't have treat stream on anymore. I feel too bad. And also my sister's here, so it's like ordering for 2 people. No. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. What an I listen. I love my yapping streams. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I love my yapping streams. On Wednesday, I'm starting a little bit later than usual because we're watching a show beforehand. I wanted to make sure I get back in time. But on Wednesday, so 2 days from now, we are doing Guess the Baby Food. So my sister is going to the grocery store and getting like 10, 15, 20 different flavors of baby food. And we will be taste testing them all. And we will be ranking them all. And you know what? Maybe I will find a new food that I will like. I don't know. Why baby food specifically? Because I'm such a picky eater. If I take baby steps with baby food, what if I try something that I like? And then I'll like the actual food. And then I can expand my palate. That's just what I'm gonna go with. But also, it was an idea that we talked about for the longest time, like a few months ago. And as a hee hee ha ha. And I finally can do it because it would be... If I were to go to the store myself and buy it myself, then I already know what the flavors are. You know, I can't guess. But now that my sister's here, she can get it for me. Hee hee. But that's on Wednesday. And then, like I said, next week, I'm only going to be here 2 times this week. I'm sorry. I want to spend time with her, with my sister before she leaves. So I'll be here on Wednesday. And then you won't see me until next week, which is when I'll be making the scary announcement. And we'll also do some Reddit stories. Oh, yeah. And after baby food, we'll also be playing some Choicer Voicer, which I'm excited for because I want to find some more funny things to dub over. But in the meantime, thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for enjoying all of the random things I do on stream. Let me see who's live. Let's go say... Oh my god, wait, guys. Oh, wait, is she ending? Let me see. Oh, she's ending. We'll go somewhere else. We'll go. Oh god, I feel like I keep rating the same people every time. We'll go to Cal. They're playing some Cozy Fields of Mystery right now. But here are your raid messages. Cal, Calamity Twitch. First one is for subs, second one Twitch Global, one for everyone to use. Once again, in case you missed Broadway night, which was on Saturday last week, it was so much fun. Highly recommend. The unmuted VOD is right there for you to watch. And more fun things in the future. I appreciate you all. I will see you on Wednesday. Have a good night. Good night, good night, good night. Get good sleeps. Hey, this was really fun. I hope you like the stream. Seems like we've just begun. It's been a freaking dream. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay. 'Cause we'll see you very soon, I know. Very soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. Check out all my socials. Discord, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. We'll be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye. Bye now.